for Jim.
Oh my God,
Jim!
Jim!
Pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
He had the right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dart goes to 2-piece! He's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock.
Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Omairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Da estátua vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas...
Square on the body that you hit. He no-scope for Apollo right there. He no-scope.
Termina eliminando a Jack. Igual queda solamente nuevo por parte de repente. Consigue la primera baja en este round. Se da cuenta que no puede.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another day of Mobile Mayhem. I have, of course, Day the Ace Pilot, and with me, you got the ever lovely, the amazing, the blue, pantsless Verdict.
Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I am every bit of that, and then some. We've got. I was gonna say not pantsless, but I'm totally not wearing pants right now. Obviously, guys, that's a running joke in EU. Have no fear, guys. I had pants on, so don't worry about that. And yes, guess what? They are blue. So you are right.
Are they really?
I am blue. They are blue. They are blue denim jeans. So you caught me lacking.
There we go. I opted to get out of the denim jeans, and we are instead wearing University of Michigan pajamas.
Ooh, big L's in chat, guys. Big L's for the Michigan fan. Big L's. Ann Arbor sucks. Boo! I'm just kidding.
Dang,
Obviously,
dang, savage.
This made the semifinals play or run for the playoffs, and sad me to say that the better team won, and they ended up beating another team that was pretty OP too. So we won't go into those details. It's a wonderful night. I know we got some COD Mobile Mayhem right around the corner, and we're gonna start the night off with some probably the spiciest matchup of the night. Am I right?
Definitely got to be one of them. I do real quick want to throw up the standings. We are waiting on one of the teams to get in anyway, so we do have an extra minute. All right. So if we look at the standings here, Verdict, we do have Goofy Goobers and Zygnus leading the pack, tied for first place with 35. But both of these teams have buys tonight. And if we look, Seminal sitting at 25, Yo Mama sitting at 20, Midnight Gaming sitting at 20, and Xplicit sitting at 15 can tie them up. But Midnight, Yo Mama, Seminal have an opportunity to take that number 1 spot here tonight. Obviously, throughout the course of the season, all of these teams are going to have their equal number of buys. So towards the end of the season, that'll start to even out. That's not a big deal, but definitely looking to see if Seminal or Yo Mama can grab that number 1 slot. If Yo Mama wins 2-1, this is our first matchup, they could only tie for first place. If Seminal wins, then they could jump into first place by 10 points. So I do think that is an interesting note. I know they were mentioning it in the tweet earlier, so I wanted to throw that up there. But yeah, for our schedule tonight, you want to run through what we've got going, Verdict?
Oh, dude, we're starting off with a banger. It is going to be an absolute slaughterhouse of a game series, whatever you want to call it. Yo Mama and Seminole, they're about to throw the smackdown on one another. And I got to say, getting kind of to the point in the night where I'm scratching my head because usually we have both teams in the lobby for the first matchup, and we only have one team in the lobby. So I am confusion when it comes to that. Nonetheless,
it's Seminal.
that's all you got to say. Is that it? Are you done?
That's all I had to say for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna start the night off with a hell of a series. Definitely gonna be my highlight matchup of the night. It's gonna be the most competitive one in regards to seeing who can get the top rankings. Considering that both Goofy Goobers and Cygnus have the night off, we're gonna roll right into a Rain Midnight Gaming, which, guys, I don't know if you know it, Rain is not the same Rain that we remembered from the last time we seen them on stream. As a matter of fact, they dropped Moralto, Shorty, and Mangoes. They added FaZe, Beetle, question mark, and Devil. I'm not 100% sure who Devil is, but definitely going to be an interesting one. And I know this Midnight Gaming team, they came in with a vengeance on Tuesday, so definitely excited to see this qualifier team step up and show out. Third series of the night. I got a lot of faith in my guys over at Xplicit to close that series out and it not be something that gets out of hand too quickly. Shredded and Xplicit, third series of the night. I'm not counting Shredded out, but Xplicit is definitely in the contention for being like a top 4 team in NA. We're gonna close the night off with a team Eleventy and Revenge? Question mark? Is that Team Revenge, like as in Stage 4 Revenge, or is this a different team?
Pulling up the roster, it does look like we're going to have a couple returning players. So this roster, guys, is going to be Juice, who I believe is a returning member of that team. Skill, who I believe is a returning member of that team. The Great Oofer.
Oh,
Bull.
I remember Great. Wasn't he on Shredded at one point?
I think so. I do think so.
Okay.
We do have Bull as well.
Nice.
Sky R2, Metro, and Yago Clips is their full roster. They're taking place of Devious, guys. Devious has dropped out of the competition, so that is a wee bit rough. We were fans of Devious. We just wish that they would follow the rules, and we really had to crack down this season. They unfortunately, I'm sorry to put them on blast, are a team that continuously stepped across the rules and we allowed them to continue for competition's sake. I'm unsure if that's ultimately the reason, but if I had to be honest, I would say that's probably up there. We do have our best of 3 available, Verdict, and we're going to be starting things off with a takeoff hardpoint. We're moving into game 2 for a search and destroy on firing range. And then to round things out, we'll have a domination on standoff with Yo Mama banning crossfire, search and destroy, and Seminal banning hardpoint Hackney Yard.
Well, as soon as you ran through that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the game's already over. They have already played the matchup. We're back in the main lobby, and you missed out on all the action. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I forgot to switch the scenes. Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry.
That's tough. I'm kidding. We had a no ping, no party situation. I don't know, a connection issue. I'm not going to make excuses for these guys right now. We've got a serious matchup that I don't know how when I went to retweet the tweet that Hello had posted, I was sitting there. I was like, how am I gonna put something on there and then put my little twist on it? I had to give a shout out to the homies over at Devious. Obviously, they can't play by the rules. It's cool. Sometimes it's just not. It's just not meant to be. But I will always and continuously remain and stay devious. And I won't get banned from that. I promise. I won't get kicked off either. So don't worry about my safety, guys. Just give a shout out. Stay devious is more of a movement and a lifestyle rather than it's much bigger than Devious a team. But we appreciated them for coming through. I hope to see these guys back in the future because they share so much promise and a little bit of maturity goes a long way, and a little bit of not necessarily conforming to the rules, but just being mindful that we're trying to run a program in which everyone can enjoy. Okay, not
Yeah.
just the
Yeah, you
18
are
plus
correct.
seed,
And
not the 16, 13 plus seed, everyone. So that's my spiel on that.
real quick to the mods in chat, go ahead and keep Vague banned until the end of at least the end of the game. If he wants to come in and talk between games, that's fine. Just obviously wait until he can't spoil, since that is a consistent thing for him. But we are getting into the game this time. I don't think we're going to have a reset, so I'm going to go ahead and switch us on over. And we should be looking at a solid game between these two teams.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Now, as I don't know what's going on with my emulator. I closed it out, and sure enough, now it's acting all wonky. But I think we're all good to go. Does look like P1's going to be opened up. It's going to be right there on that little fountain area, 360 point of view if you want to get it covered. Pingy is a newer addition to this Yo Mama roster. And is that the same Pingy? Oh, no, that's Pepe who was on Eleventy. So Eleventy picked up Pepe. Pingy, obviously the player from ARP, who was your second place runner-up for Stage 5, making his way into
They were both ARP.
Yep. Yeah, well, they are both ARP, but I'm saying Pingy right now was,
Right.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, we are into the match, and right now it is a slight lead for the side of Seminal. They're sitting up about 6 points, but see if they can extend that a little bit on the hill here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like we've got a lot of contests from Yo Mama. This is one of those teams that's coached by Zim Verdict, and obviously we saw NYSL have some pretty solid performances last year. They weren't unfortunately able to come through with a great Stage 5 performance, but they put up a heck of a fight the whole way through. And in addition to NYSL, we've also got to look at that Animus lineup from Europe, which is looking stacked and looking really, really solid in the competition. And EU overall has been looking just great. So I'm hoping that Zim brings that little bit of extra groove that Yo Mama needs here, and hopefully we'll have a really spicy matchup.
Yeah, it's certainly making out to be one right here. As we've got a 20-28 game. P2 Staircase starting to get a bit overwhelmed by the Seminal squad. They're going to be able to rack up a few kills. They're going to be able to keep the control. Rabalo up top for the contest. Shut down. Vague just coming through absolutely massive. The side 25 did not get touched over the update, and you can tell because pretty much everybody in the lobby's rocking it still. So it's pretty much a norm that we saw. I think on update day, Tuesday, we saw some DRHs, maybe, something here and there that you wouldn't used to see, but now it's all back to the norm, which is, again, and will continue to be for this time being, is that Type 25. The Horseman's pick seems to be the favorite as well, and 68-20 now as P2 comes down to the ending. We're going to be opening up shop here in P3, and I gotta say, Yo Mama better get a grip here, because you let the game get out of hand this early on. The Seminal will make you pay it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're gonna get beat in the trenches here by Seminal, they are going to continue to rack up the streaks. They're going to continue to rack up the OBJ time. And sure enough, just like that, the hold stands for about 20 seconds, and it's handed right back over to the side of Seminal.
Yeah, and for the people asking in chat, the skins are downloading between games. I had to uninstall and reinstall the emulator earlier today. Gotta be honest here, Game Loop does not like this most recent update of COD Mobile, even though it honestly looks super clean. Like the actual rendering and everything looks really solid on this update. So Hopefully there will be a fix for that in the near future. Like I said, I'll work on downloading the skins again, but if I have to uninstall again, there may be an issue. So we'll see what happens. Right now, the game seems to be running pretty all right, and that was obviously the #1 thing for tonight. So it's a pretty solid lead for Seminal right now, though, Verdict. They've had some really solid rotations. They're winning a large majority of their gunfights. I mean, Bolu is 16-3 right now. Slothy 13-10. Vague 14-7. Jez 13-8. Marshy the only one going negative right now, but he has a solid bit of time on the hill. 66 of their 120 seconds right now. So really a solid performance. And yeah, we do have a rotation coming over. Space has the Annihilator out, finds one on the Vague. What do you think we need to have happen here for the side of Yo Mama to start getting a little bit more effect on this map?
I mean, ultimately, they're getting a small snowball effect right here. The kills just aren't going in their favor. They're not winning their gunfights. A majority of them, the transitions have been on point. P3 was great. P4, the setup could have came a little earlier, maybe held and stuck, but I mean, they're just getting out. They're just getting outplayed in the trenches right now. Seminal doing a great job of slaying out. I mean, I know that's what they're known for, and they're showing off a lot of skill and talent at the moment. So rotations have been great. I can't complain about that. Just holding those angles, maybe doing a little less perimeter control on those tight P3s or P4s. Maybe a little bit more focus on the inside of the objective, because at the moment, that's where they seem to be struggling at.
A little bit of a swing and a miss on the lightning strike there, so that could be a factor coming forward. Good positioning on it. I mean, with this this being the only hill that's really outside, you do have an opportunity to have the most effect on it. I almost think I would have liked to see it used a little bit more conservatively. Maybe play for making it to a P3 reset is probably your best bet. And you can use it to kind of zone your opponents back. Not quite as long as a cluster, but with the position that they're in, that seemed like a little bit more optimal of a play. So we'll have to see. Right now, it's Seminal on the P2 reset. And they do have about a 90-point lead, working on towards 100. As we look at the scoreboard, top frag is going to be Bolu coming through with 23 on the board. And the next closest is going to be Vague and Jez, each with 20 kills apiece. For the opposition, we do have Pengi, who is just getting absolutely fried right now, unfortunately. 6-25, feeding a lot of streaks over. The rest of the team's not doing that far behind, right? Rabalo's down 3, Space is even, Wally's down 1, and Deanna Bella, aka Teabag, is -1. So that's where a lot of that kill disparity is going right now.
Yeah, I see that. You know, this is a tough way to make your entrance into a Yo Mama roster. You get added in, you get thrown in the pits of hell, which is facing off against one of the best teams in NA, and right now that's Seminal. Granted, they took an L against Goofy Goobers the other day. They're both like hand in hand, top 2 in NA, and it's just ridiculous how well these teams play. Right now, you know, Seminal getting the best, but I see a little bit of comeback in the lights over here at Yo Mama. So still not a set in stone matchup, as the P3 entrance is going to be shut down. Just Seminal continue to do Seminal things here, and you know, the operators are going to come through. The streaks are coming in handy. I know Bolu is still rocking another lightning strike. Did he just get one? It's just, I mean, you can't compete when you've got, you know, operators being used just so well. And then on top of that, the streaks that come along with it. There goes Marshall.
Pain. Okay. Okay. Listen. At least for Teabag's sake there, the Sparrow wasn't fully pulled out, so it's not going to go on a full cooldown, but the Grav Vortex does come through strong for the side of Seminal. Pengi is going to pick Bolu off the head glitch, but Vague is there for the refrag. Now see Jez and Marshy pushing down to the remaining couple seconds of those hill. And it's going to be Vague making his rotation over, trying to get first look on the hill for the team, but it gets taken down. Pengi actually coming through with the double there. Type 25 swaps over to the Renetti to pick up the finish on the other. And this might be an opportunity for the side of Yo Mama here if they're able to get a good hold to start bringing things back. Obviously, they need essentially 2 really solid holds to bring things back, but it's definitely possible.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. And with a Zim coach team like Yo Mama, I could see the objective, you know, swinging in their favor if they just continue to stick with it. Right now, the turnaround has been it's been better. I can't say that they have gotten a better grasp on this game because right now they're still losing by 100 points. But in the long run of things, I think that this game is going to it's going to be a learning mark. We'll just say it's going to be a learning lesson here if they don't turn things around here. So I'm taking a look at it. They finally get a little bit of that P4 time, but 25 points is all that Seminal need to close this one out. And I mean, when you need 118 to even compete, you got to be flawless on P1 and P2. And with this fountain sight, 360-degree angle that you got to cover, it ain't happening.
Yeah, you are absolutely right, and with only 22 points to go for the side of Seminal, we definitely could be looking at this one closing out pretty soon here. Zerabalo is sliding in for some contest time, but not making a whole lot of progress towards that point. It does look like they might get Marshy off here, gonna make a little bit of a break. Oh, Pengy, I don't know if he's lagging there a little bit, but almost gets fried and just didn't... Okay, yeah, Pengy I think is lagging pretty severely right now based on me spectating him for a second there. As we pop open the scoreboard verdict, we actually do have Slothy moving on up into that top frag position of 35 on the board with Vague at 33 and Bolu at 32. And Teabag actually frying up at 35 with Slothy as well. So pulling off some really solid work, but I think one of the differences there is going to be that Teabag is 36 and 36 and Slothy is positive 10 kills. So a little bit different. Purifier is pulled out by Wally, going to get dropped by Vague there with only 7 seconds to go. You got to imagine this is going to be almost over.
Yeah, Marshy going to go ahead and put the grab vortex right on the middle of that hallway, or the staircase at the top is going to be taken down, and found 1 kill, but is going to get taken out himself. The break comes through. Seminal look like they close it out, 250 to 170. It was a hard-fought battle at the end of the matchup, but, even with it being a 250 game, when you allow your opponents to get to 225 and you're getting into a P1 reset, it's dang near impossible to make a comeback of that magnitude. And sure enough, just a few seconds were all that were needed in that P2 transition. Seminal edge out Yo Mama and have a 1-0 lead series in the lead, or lead in the series. There we go. Verdict can speak, confirmed.
Yep, and because I still see it going on in chat, guys, I have the skins queued to be downloaded. I had to reinstall the emulator and reinstall the game literally like an hour before Mobile Mayhem today, so they didn't get downloaded. I had to prioritize the maps so that I could get into the games. They're being downloaded. I'm hoping they'll be done before we get in the next game. I think they were over halfway done before we got into this one, so you can stop. They'll be there, I promise.
Day is selling 100%, chat. I can confirm it.
Listen, if Game Loop wasn't having so many issues this week, specifically since the Game Loop update the other day, they would have already been downloaded. They were already downloaded earlier when I had them in EU, and I literally, the game kept crashing, so I had to reinstall it. I mean, I was, hoping to get it clean enough to run through the night. I did get BlueStacks updated, so if we need to do BlueStacks, we'll do BlueStacks. But honestly, if you look at the quality of Game Loop, it is just so solid right now.
It's so much better.
It's so much better.
It's not even close.
Yeah,
it's not even close.
So I am trying to get those downloaded, guys. I promise, and hopefully we'll have them for the next game. But as we look at the scoreboard here, nobody breaking 40 kills, but had a bunch of players come close. Vague ended up top fragging for the side of Seminal with 38, Bolu with 36, Slothy with 35, 32 for Jez, and 28 for Marshy. And as we roll down the list for the side of Yo Mama, it was 32 for Robalo, 37 for Dianabella, 25 for Space, 28 for Wally, and Pengy did reasonably pick up his game a little bit there. I mean, we were looking at Seminal being at what, like 170 points or something like that, and we were talking about him having 6 kills on the board. Ended up coming through with 20. So hopefully he'll resolve whatever lag issue he was having. Again, when we spectated them, there was definitely something going on. So
No, I could definitely see that being a factor. Again, he's making his debut in this roster, showed a lot of promise, had a slow start, still able to get up to that 20 mark is just absolutely incredible. And the fact that we saw it firsthand. Dude was not 100%, connected properly. He was lagging, possible internet issues. I'm not going to sit here and say that was the reason why this Yo Mama squad lost, but it definitely hinders a team who, when all 5 are perfectly capable of connecting and having no issues on that, would have made it maybe a slightly less damaging. We're gonna be moving into a game 2 search and destroy, which I'm hoping Yo Mama is able to take it to a game 3. I know with a Zim coached roster like this, definitely going to be looking at some strats that may throw Seminal off, but Seminole showing up and showing out. They put the lead up early in that hard point, and they just never really look back. So, second game is going to be a little more interesting if you're looking at the grand scheme of things.
yeah, you're absolutely correct. And I gotta say, this is a matchup that I'm definitely excited for the search and destroy, because both these teams do have quite a bit of sniper talent that gets brought to the table. Sylvia has told me to stop wearing red on camera. Okay, Sylvia, gotcha.
Oh wow. Well, that is a feel bad moment for Day, bro. I thought you looked hella hunky in your red earlier. So
We're still wearing it now.
You're still wearing it now?
Yeah.
Bro, that's your work shirt. Go change. Good night.
This is a different one, bro.
No, Dice. No way
You said
change
yes.
shirts.
Yes, I did. You said the red looked good, so I put on a red shirt.
Oh, if it's a different one, then I can't speak on that red shirt.
Listen.
It literally looks like the same shirt you wore earlier.
It's because they're a work shirt. Listen, you've
look,
got the blue going on. You said the red looked good, so I stuck with it. Okay.
My guy, you're selling. There's no Dice you change shirts in the middle of playing Warzone and streaming too. So, I'm with Sylvia. Don't ever wear red again, ever.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the best of 3 up for us again while we're waiting on players to get ready up, chat. We are going to be moving into a search and destroy on firing range. So this is definitely an opportunity for some of those snipers to shine. You've got those long mid angles to cover. And Bolu has been one that has been working on his sniping for a couple seasons now and has been looking really solid. And I actually think we saw them on this map last week, and he put up double-digit kills. So I'm definitely excited to see if Space is able to come through and match up to that. We obviously saw him on the SKS meta for a while and was making that work, but did see him stray a little bit away from the snipers, and that has not been the case. We saw him also pulling out the DLQ on Tuesday and was absolutely fine with it. I know you weren't here for the cast, but I know you were in chat, Verdict. I know you saw some of those clean shots. And guys, I'm sorry, the skins aren't quite downloaded yet. They're almost there. They're at like 80%.
You're the major sell of the night, guys. My guy played Warzone and didn't even update the skins. Come on.
Yes, I did. I literally had to re-download the emulator. I told you that.
Well, you know what? We're in game number 2, and we still don't have skins, chat. Riot.
Yeah, Riot.
Vague and Jez combined for 2. The 3-for-1 trades come through, and I gotta say, a poor start here for the side of Yo Mama, and Space and Wally going to be the last ones alive. Space picking up a kill on Jez, though, so it's a 2-3 scenario, but guess what? Here comes Sloppy right around the corner, just, total demon mode. We're in one of those sweat lobbies, Dave. We got to get out of here.
Well, I mean, when you have Seminal and you have Yo Mama in the mix, you know it's going to be a long, sweaty night. So, we're just at the tip, too. We're just at the tip of the iceberg, okay? We've got 3 more crazy matchups for you guys tonight.
I'm just saying, they got to bounce back here, man. This is, this may be the start for... you just disconnect?
No. Are these banned
happened?
or are these not banned?
What are they?
That's storm grenade.
Oh, you talking about the cryo?
No, the new grenade that just came out.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Who's using the storm grenade?
I don't know, but I definitely saw it from Wally's perspective. So I'm gonna have to check on that.
I don't even know what those things do.
B
but,
says it's not banned. Okay.
Okay,
Good to
interesting.
know.
You can count on Dave for calling an early DQ with no kind of prior knowledge.
I just wanted to know because Ronan brought it up to us earlier, and he said he thought they should be banned.
So I don't know what's going on here. I am not confusion.
It is quite possible Marshy's the one that threw it. I don't know. I'm gonna scroll through and I don't know what it looks like. I haven't used it yet.
Defend the objective.
Maybe it's what Wally has.
Well, I mean, we don't have a rolling as far as like you're telling me it's not banned, but I'm seeing Marshy leave the game. I don't know. Even if it is banned, that's still not a good call to leave the game. Obviously, I'm not criticizing Marshy on that call, but in a situation like this, you just play it through and
vague
with the
impacts Wally with a frag.
Well, already.
I'm unaware if Marshy leaving is related to that or not, but I am getting words from the admin that it is not banned. So we are certainly gonna play
His
this
phone
one out.
won't turn on. Marshy says, "Oh, that's a rip,
Oh,
dude."
F in the chat for Marshy selling.
After the chat for Verdict, assuming he just dipped because Day said that.
Contact with enemy.
Look, we didn't see it once in all of Europe. And then Ronan was talking to us about whether it should be banned or not. So I was under the assumption that maybe it was banned. But that's a very, very interesting... Ooh, Rabalo. Laser and Jez out of the top there. That is a very interesting utility that gets brought into the mix. Because based on me spectating Wally, I'm not even sure you throw it. I think you pull up like almost like a lightning strike targeting HUD, you know what I mean? The little like tablet.
Yeah.
I think that's how you target it, and that's interesting.
That is very interesting. Well, Marshy's game did crash. Here I am calling out Dave for selling and saying, "Hey, I don't think that's allowed." And sure enough, I sit here and
I was asking.
Marshy
I was here asking. I wasn't saying. I was checking.
But it's not over yet. Ready up.
Well, even in a 4v5, Seminal can't stop. They're up 2-1 right now. You know, is certainly a situation where we still might see a 2-0. So a big, big opportunity for Yo Mama, and right now they are not taking advantage of it. So I gotta spectate Wally more and see how he utilizes that thing. Sure enough, he's
well. You're not gonna spectate him this round, but
yeah, he's dead. Is that the PPSH from Jez? Ready. That is. He's got 3 on board. Is this? That's a 35 round mag too that he was rocking, or did he pick that up?
I don't know. That's a good question. He's got a Type 25 out now. I definitely expect the PPSH to be meta. Maybe it's because I don't have the skins downloaded, but that looks like more like an RUS right now. Is it doing that on your end too?
No, I definitely saw PPSH, and
I see it in the. Listen, I see it in the.
Listen.
Targets in sight.
He's totally holding. He's totally holding the gun by the magazine too. Four kills on board for Jez. He drops.
It is absolutely the skins too, because when it fell on the ground, it was an RUS. It's interesting. Yeah, we're gonna have to get those downloaded.
Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
Yo, Zim, I couldn't agree with you more, and I think the professionals in the scene should have. Oh my goodness, space coming through with the wall bang. Olu does find a refrag though. I do think Quick Fix should have been voted to be banned by the pros at the beginning. Space Coming through with 3!
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Finally, Yo Mama finding some points there, gets a second round for themselves, and I gotta say, even without Marshy, similar handling business as usual.
Here,
I'm
watch
definitely
Wally.
spectating.
Watch Wally.
I'm definitely watching. There we go.
Look, you see it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say need a ban if you saw enemy markers on that screen. I didn't see any enemy markers, so I think it's fair play. I think that's just me, you know. Is it OP or not?
Bomb dropped.
Maybe we're
Oh my goodness. Wally, you got to win that one.
Round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
right, Marshy. Download the skins, doofus. There we go. Marshy putting it in chat. We're gonna go ahead and pin that bad boy. There we go. Because Day likes to sell me in my chat all the time. We're gonna sell Dave right here. 4-2 lead now. Seminal, even on the backs of having 4 players.
I see how it is. We're
There
gonna
we
keep
go.
acting like I didn't crash like 10 times during EU earlier, so I re-downloaded the emulator.
Bomb.
Okay, well, we're gonna act like
uh-huh,
the viewers actually
I
care
remember
about
that.
that.
I'm gonna remember that.
Okay, good. Remember it. Write a letter. Put it on your screen, your Windows, your desktop screen. Put it on your refrigerator right now. 4-2, Bolu and Slothy.
Listen, Zim's got a good point. Storm Grenade is the only counter in the game to quick fix. Oh, Bolu nasty with the Renetti.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
Oh, yep. We got a Val COD Mobile combo in that one. That's definitely giving me Val vibes. I know I read that in chat earlier. I've just been trying to find, you know, the time to input it, as Day and I have been literally bickering back and forth like, you know, a domesticated husband and housewife. Except for I'm the housewife and he's the other housewife.
What the? Oh
All right,
my
one
goodness.
for one trades though, 3v4. Space drops. Vague, Slothy, and Bolu looking for the big clutches here. They're on match point.
Yeah.
Minute and 20 on the clock.
Yeah, not looking great right now for the side of Yo Mama. Vague was trying to get some grenade usage thrown over at Riballo, and if we look, that's a big player to take down. That is top frag for the side of Yo Mama, coming through with 8 kills on board. Slothy has 11 and Jez does have 10, but with Jez down, it's a 4 versus 3, and it does look like we have the bomb pushed up. Pengi going in for the plant right now.
Bomb has been planted.
This is at
And-
least an opportunity for Yo Mama to pick up this round. 1-for-1 trade in mid.
Got to make a note. Vague actually got a free kill on Wally because he was sitting there playing on his tablet, aka the little Val smoke. 2v2 now, much more doable. Oh my God, Vague laced Riballo. Pengi gets the refrag. Now it's a 1v1. 18 seconds on the clock. Vague slides the wrong angle. Pengi wins that one. A little bit of redemption from game 1 for Pengi. Loving the vibes now, starting to make an impact here as we're midway through this, well, possibly at the end of the second game of the series and possibly the last game of the series. Pitting this 4v5 doesn't pan out here for Seminal.
Well, first blood is going to go over to Space, who picks up one on to Bolu. Jez is pushed on up, trying to get some grenades tossed in. Slothy, how are you alive? Oh my goodness.
The bomb has been planted.
35 seconds on the clock. Bomb stuck down, and Slothy and Jez are going to be the last two alive now as Teabag found Vague. Nobody's dropped here from Yo Mama, and they're looking for a clean reverse here.
Target inside.
Jez peeks, Jez down. Now it is Slothy. He was already one shot. Pengi picks up another.
Next round.
Are we going to see a round 11 day? Come on. I'm getting hyped now. I was kind of, you know, a little upset that Marshy disconnected. I was like, man, I was hoping for a 5v5 even matchup, but
Destroy the objective.
I mean, this is how stacked this Seminole roster is. You only got 4 players in the mix. They're on match point.
We got a flash hit marker by Jez. He pushes up. PPSH in hand is going to find one onto space. Bolu with a collat. Does get taken down from behind by Deannabella, a.k.a. Teabag. He does find a two-piece in the feed. Pengy finds the follow-up on to Slothy. And just like that, we're all tied up 5-5. I'm going to be honest. I don't think we should be in this scenario with it being a 4v5. But Seminal might be able to close things out 2-0. And you know, we were talking a little bit earlier on the scoreboard. That would catapult them into first place by a 10-point margin. And now you can see all of Seminal pushing on up. We have a couple shots fired. Surely Teabag gets the call out to his teammates. Takes down Vague. Space gonna find Slothy. Jez now dangerously low. Oh, gets the flash. What a challenge by Jez there.
Well, you know, I got to make a note of Jez's class. He doesn't have a secondary. Couldn't pick up the tight quick enough. Gets the quarter turned on him, and we're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. 6-5 win for Yo Mama. And now we're going to get to see a domination for the first time tonight. I told you guys this was going to be a highlight matchup of the night, and here we are, game 3. Did I tell you that Marshy was going to get disconnected from the Search and Destroy? No, I didn't. Did I think that this match...
Did you tell us it was going to go to round 11 on a 4v5?
Look, we're here. That's all that matters, right?
Hey, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. Elijah, you are right. You see a rust, that is because I don't have all the weapons and skins downloaded. So hopefully in our next game we will. I'm going to try to get out of here since we don't really have a whole lot of objective to break down for Search and Destroy because scoreboard doesn't really give us anything like that. Like, here you go. Bolu had 2 plants. Robalo had a plant. Pengy had a plant. The rest of it is all going to be your kills and the match details here, which for a 4v5 was incredibly close. Robalo did come through top frag with 12 kills, but Jez right there to tie it up. Slothy next on board with 11, and it starts falling down from there. You've got 8 for Teabag, 7 for Space, 5 for Pengy, 4 for Wally. The opposition, you've got Vague and Bolu at 6 apiece. So if Marshy was still in that game, I got to say probably a different outcome. It is hard to say. It was going largely in Seminol's favor. Obviously, having an extra player there is a benefit. At the same time, not everybody would have taken the same gunfights or the same rotations. So hard to say what would have happened. It was looking good for Seminole, but one way or another, we do have Yo Mama coming into a game 3 domination. I do fully expect we're going to have Marshy back in the mix. And
he's already back in the lobby.
Already back in the lobby.
Yeah.
All right.
Already back in the lobby. Transition your screen. Get those.
Already. You're behind. You're behind.
Perfect.
Already done.
Well, there we go. I might be behind, but guess what? We're ahead of this game 3 here. I called it. I said we're going to go the distance here. And, you know, even with a 4v5, Seminole showed a ridiculous amount of just tell you how great they are. Okay, they're good at the game. Okay, I don't know how much better or how much more gooder I can be at saying that. I know that's gonna grind a couple people's gears. The fact is, Seminole is without a shadow of a doubt one of the better teams in NA. Okay, Yo Mama does have a lot of talent. They have a lot of promise, but this is a team that doesn't necessarily have the history that this Seminole squad has, minus the fact that Tribe was Tribe beforehand. You had Bolu and Marshall on that squad. You also had, you know, Slothy. You had Vague on this team. Pretty much everybody here was Tribe at one point, right? So they have a lot of synergy, regardless of not playing together per se for, what was it, like maybe 6 months since the rule update and everything changed over. These guys play on a regular basis. There's a lot of synergy in this Seminole team. So to not shed light on that fact and give this new squad of Yo Mama a chance to grow and, you know, really develop their identity right now, I was hoping that they'd be a stronger Search and Destroy team, but they're adding new pieces to the puzzle, seeing how things work. And I'm loving the creativity on that end. I'm loving the fact that they picked up a player like Pingy. I know he had his hiccups in game 1, but the connection issues were very real. And here we are in a game 3 scenario, and I think this is going to be a game and a map mode that. Oh no, that's the next one I was looking at. It's not Domination Summit. What is it that we're playing on? I forget you guys are on top of things here in NA. I was looking at the cartography. It's Standoff.
Oh, gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm looking at the best of 3, and it's like I already
That
know
doesn't.
that.
Yeah, that doesn't get done until
Yeah.
between games for EU. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally feel. To be
Right
fair,
before we air it.
to be fair, we do have 2 staff pretty regularly for NA. Ronan is quite often by himself. We did recently pick him up an extra set of hands who is being trained. So that'll probably change in the near future. But yeah, we do have a standoff to round things off. It's standoff Dom, and historically speaking, I would say that was a really strong map for old tribe, or not. I guess not old tribe. If you go back too far, you'll be confused. But last year's tribe, standoff was an incredible map for them. So I'm hoping they come through with a good performance here and continue to show that even though they're one of the teams expected to be at the top, that they're still growing. But I also hope Yo Mama can come through and take some of that coaching from Zim and really get a good IGL together. We're gonna try to get some listen-ins for this last game, guys, for both teams. So maybe we'll get a little bit of inside info on the comms. Maybe we need an IGL to step up for Yo Mama. I'm not entirely sure, so we'll see shortly. 1 second here.
I'm gonna need a 100% update that you have
It's almost
the
done.
download.
It's almost done. I was just giving the admins the.
Day's throwing, guys. Go ahead and put a fat L in chat for Day.
Listen, chat.
Look,
We're gonna give you the delay real quick. Would you rather me start the game right now, or would you rather wait for 400 megabytes of weapon camos to download at 10 megabytes a second? Oh, 4 megabytes a second. Why is it so slow on the emulator?
bruh. They
Bruh.
don't care about that download time. Get that stuff taken care of, Day. Good night.
We're trying. And look, if the skin downloads start crashing the emulator again, I don't know if that's what was doing it last time, but it seems to be running smoother with not having them downloaded. So I don't know, but we'll see. What do you think, Verdict? Do you think we should wait a minute, or do you think we should just go?
I mean, chat's gonna riot if we don't have those skins.
Yeah, I know.
Downloaded,
Chat
yeah.
is gonna freak out if they don't get to see the Type 25 skin.
I think chat spoken L's are heavily covering up the feed and chat. And thank you, Adrian, for supporting me in my cause. I think you're the only one who else dropped an L in chat. So fat L, there we go. Thank you. Yes, there we go.
All right.
Start
All right.
the
They
game.
say start the game, so go ahead and start the game. Hello, we're just gonna
Oh, good night.
just download the Type POW. That's not the way it works. You know that's not the way it works.
All right, well,
Oh, we're getting into the game, guys. It'll be downloading all between
yeah.
the
Start now.
seriously.
Start now, or
Oh,
we
don't worry,
riot.
chat. I'm just gonna download them during the game. I'm just gonna download them during the game. It's fine. It's fine.
Look. Don't talk down to these people, man. They know what you're doing. A and C are going to come through. B heavily pushed here. A little bit of life here early on. The B push comes through, but it is going to be shut down in reverse. So a little bit too big for the pants here as game 3 starting up, and Seminal are racking up in the feed, but nonetheless, nobody's capitalized on a B cap here as we can see it. Did see Jez, who's on 2. He's still got this PPSH, making Day just absolutely hate himself right now for getting those not getting those downloads in early enough. Does pick up the Type 25 as a secondary. I don't know if he's still got that thumper in his loadout too.
Listen here.
Oh,
Maybe the trick is to let them see the Russ. Okay, hear me out. Let everybody who watches competition and just absolutely hugs whatever the pro players use think that the Russ is meta. And then you guys are going to have really easy ranked grinds because everyone's going to be trying to figure out the Russ build. Hear me out here. Does that not make sense?
You have taken so many L's tonight. You're kind of looking like your mama right now, because she almost took an L in that surge. She took a fat L in that hard point right now. The B and C cap's gonna stay firm. It does look like a triple cap was almost on the rise, but Bolo gets shut down by Pingy. The reverse comes through. C gonna be pushing, and it looks like an AC cap might come through. Halted. It is gonna come through, but the A cap is gonna get traded. So, I mean, it's been a back and forth affair, and every bit of it has been dominated by Seminal so far off the rip. So, starting off, just Seminal doing Seminal, and Yo Mama trying to be a little creative and divert from getting the attention off this B side. So, AC caps do come through. They flip though, and we're looking at still again Seminal continuing to run the tables here in Game 3.
Well, the BC is coming through for the side of Yo Mama right now. Can they pull together the upset? They were, in my opinion, graced a search and destroy by Marcy selling. So the fact that they're even in this game is kind of a miracle right now. Okay, that's the reality. If they could come through and steal this domination, do you know how crazy that would be, Verdict?
I mean, we've seen crazy things happen in Game 3s, right? We've seen, you know, momentum shift, a lot of focus, you know, starts to get lost over these longer games. So, I mean, it's certainly a possibility. Right now, a C and B cap is going to be held, and it is going to be in favor of the guys over at Yo Mama. So, what do you think? A quick jump in and listen in for a comm check with the guys over at Yo Mama?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.
Come on, big box, big box.
Yeah.
Go see, clean see.
Oh, it's tractor, one
Deli,
tractor.
I'm at Deli right now.
Top
One
blue,
tractor,
top
one
blue.
tractor.
Deli.
DC was
Exactly.
on C, on C.
One's broken.
We gotta catch him,
Secret,
Top
secret.
blue. No, there's one top blue with the death machine.
They're dead. Fucking weirdo.
Middle dead.
Hold.
One more C. We gotta cap it home. Cap
Got
it home.
Deli,
Cap
got
it
Deli,
home.
got Deli.
Yeah, come
Oh,
on,
one
come on.
broken. They're going for B, they're going for B, two going for B.
Alright, go see. Watch the box one.
Top blue, wait, someone.
Nice.
No, there's one mid box.
Oh,
They're gonna cap that. It's fine.
Yeah, they
Oh,
got it.
Alright, let's go for a recap now.
Hey, it's all good, dude. Just throw the fun bombs on the map, bro.
Boxes.
No,
Boxes,
Deli,
3, 4
no,
boxes,
bottom
4
granny, bottom granny now.
Margarita dead.
Hey, just don't feed streaks. Don't feed streaks.
Oh, it's, one broken. He's out wall.
Yeah, broken dead.
Nice.
I think
Yeah,
there's one
just
bottom
yeah,
market.
just
They're gonna be boxes.
Yo, top market.
Where's mid-tank?
I think he's...
Just don't feed.
Yo, top market, yeah, top market, bottom market. Top market.
One tank. He's pushing middle box.
Space, did you get him?
Mid box,
Oh,
one
there's
shot.
one I see.
Got him.
Nice, this is a good half.
Hold on.
that was the bad side, dude. Good
One
job.
the deli,
Yeah,
one
that's
shot.
a good half.
Somebody get streaks.
Yeah, I can check.
Over yet. Ready up.
Oh, you could definitely hear Coach Zim coming through there, telling the team we did great for bad side. So it looks like they're trying to get ready for a second half. But I don't know. I guess they want C, maybe? What do you think, Verdict?
I didn't catch the first part of that. I kind
Oh,
of transitioned
Coach
to-
Zim was saying they did great for having the bad half on the first side, but they're spawning C here, and we do tend to see teams favor A. So you think he actually wants the team to have C here, or do you think he's just saying, you know, we kept it close for the first half?
Those are Jedi mind tricks. What he's trying to give the team encouragement. He doesn't want them to be down on having, you know, a slight deficit going into the second half. Granted, it was a much closer first half than I expected. Granted, Seminal came through and just absolutely owned the B cap. They held the point for a majority of what seemed to be a decent amount of time. But right now, things have twisted. You know, maybe that little bit of positive encouragement is just starting to seep into the play, because you can see it. Double cap A and C. B is half cap. Maybe that's all the side of Yo Mama needed. Just a little bit of a pep talk.
Listen, this storm grenade
This ain't it.
Bro, it's a better smoke. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It is a better smoke grenade.
Yeah. But I gotta say, the amount of time that you waste, you know, opening that little tablet up to put that up, is, if it was a little more efficient, I'd be all over it. But I mean, I saw several times where players were trying to, put it on the point in search, and Wally being one of them, literally gets dropped on by Vague, and it was a free kill. So Purifier comes out for Wally, able to clear off the push here on B. Bolo gonna be another victim, and a little bit of momentum shifting in favor of the guys over at Yamama right now. And B cap is 95% cap, but it's gonna be halted, and this is where they're sitting at right now. They need to put the pressure on. They need to get that B cap though.
Oh, we got a kill coming through from D'Annabella with the Sparrow. Is now looking to clear off B, but couldn't quite get it. They've got a lot of progress here on the flag, and you can see Bolu just doing his best to try to take everybody down who's making a push. Got 16 on the board, but top frag right now is actually Jez with the PPSH rocking 25 kills. So, that beat progress is coming through. I think Yo Mama's got it. We've got a very close game. What do you think about jumping in with Seminal to see how they're trying to make this comeback happen?
Let's listen, dude. I'm all up for it.
Let's do that. One dumpster. I'm trophying B.
One more side.
That's. Space. Nice. Watch it broken.
Some market.
Broken.
Somebody go back A.
I'm on A right now.
Broken, one shot now.
Up market.
I'm going to blue. I'm being B.
One on B weak.
One back alley. He's deli. Help
It's
him.
not deli. Watch your deli.
Broken. I'm being B.
Be dead.
I spawned
on A.
Market, top market.
On the haystack.
Hey, low.
On B.
I got them off. They're
Shot you. Boxes. I'm boxing.
He's got you weak.
I'm chipping.
Got you dead.
One on B. There's a middle left.
Market.
Middle dead.
All right, well, we're definitely getting to a point in the game where time is starting to become a factor. We've got a 6-point lead for the side of Yo Mama, and we only have 40 seconds left on the clock. The triple cap comes through, even if it's only temporary. Yo Mama is just fighting to beat out the clock at this point with the 11-point lead and 30 seconds to go. I think we might need a triple cap by the side of Seminal.
No, Mame. So you're talking about a team that almost won a 4v5 right now, getting triple cap in a Dobbs standoff game 3. If you would have told me this before the game, I would have laughed and said you were a silly goose, Day. Right now, the reality of the situation is game 3 victory in favor of the team who needed the pep talk. They got the pep talk. They delivered in the second half, and upset season is on the rise. 2 times in a row, Seminal have dropped a series in Mobile Mayhem. I did not expect this team to drop a single map. And here we are, twice in a row they've been grieved. How unfortunate.
Yeah, what a crazy game between these two teams. I thought for sure Seminal comes into the domination and picks up their points and moves on, but you heard the confidence in Zim that, hey, we did great on this half. Again, I'm unsure if he was specifically referring to the half, that they didn't have the best half, but it was close so they could make the comeback happen, or if they actually wanted the Seaside start. But whatever it was, they come through and tragedy strikes Yo Mama. They get the win, but at what cost? At what cost?
What the cost is, that 5th player disconnected from the lobby before the kill cam. That's going to be a map penalty for them. So I know we're celebrating right now, so I guess they really don't care. But the reality of the situation is you might have won this series, but you're going to be forced to lose out on who's that 5th player. Is that T-Bag? That's tough. He's a heavy carry for the most part.
He's been doing solid. He's been doing real solid.
Solid, bro. Big solid. Oh,
Yeah, that's
man.
rough, and that's a giant feels bad because it felt like they had that search and destroy in the bag, and unfortunately, Marshy, I don't
Couldn't
know
connect
which.
in.
Listen, I don't know which one of his phones he's playing on. I know he was having some problems with a particular one in the past. Hopefully, he's moved on from that life, and this was just a fluke. But a giant game for Space coming through with 39 kills on the board. Next closest is Jazz at 33, Vague at 30, and Slothy at 29, and it starts falling down from there with Wally at 26. You got Pengy coming through at 24, Marshy at 23, and Rabalo and Bolu coming through with 18 apiece. So really, really solid game. And look, I think a lot of people gave Seminal too much credit early on. You guys look at a team and think it's stacked and just immediately think that's going to be the winning team. But now Goofy Goobers and Yo Mama have come through and proven that they are beatable. So it's a glitch. Teabag, read the rules.
You double tap kill cam.
Read the rules.
We'll let admins deal with that. You know, I'm just seeing what I see. I'm just saying what I see, and what I see is not Teabag's stats in the lobby. So super sad on that one. I was looking to give you some hype, and you know what? We'll just give all that energy to Space. Space, big 39 kill game. That's about as close to a 40 bomb we've seen so far tonight. So definitely vibing off that energy. So definitely an interesting series. You know, you look back on game 2, Marshy doesn't disconnect. Do we even see a game 3?
It's hard to say because again, you don't know what happens in the rest of that game if
True.
Marshy's there. If you look at it at the raw factor of okay, in some of those 1v1 rounds that were really close, if if Seminal had that extra, I'm just so used to calling Marshy and Bolu Tribe, you know what I mean? So, if you have that extra person for Seminal, just drop them into that scenario. Okay, obviously they have an advantage, but anything could have happened. Anything could have happened. The comeback could have happened one way or the other. It's hard to say. It's obvious that Seminal was winning and was likely to win that. So we can absolutely say Seminal probably closes things out 2-0. But ultimately, Marshy disconnecting is not the responsibility of Yo Mama. Okay, that is just the factor. So we are going to step away and take a quick break, guys. I promise you we're going to continue getting all the skins downloaded for the operators, for the guns, everything. They should be ready before the next one. I think you guys cut me off at like 200 to go on the skin before. No big deal. We got to see the gameplay, and that's what counts. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we're getting ready to gear up for our Rain versus Midnight Gaming matchup. And I think we wanted to take a quick second to go over some of the Rain roster changes as well. As since we're going over them, we're going to go ahead and run through Midnight Gaming for you guys. We didn't get to see them last week because they, or the first week because they had a bye, I think. We did see them a bit last week, and there were definitely a couple players to keep your eye out on there, so we definitely want to make sure we give them the shout out that they deserve. But this Rain roster has suffered some major changes. Most notably, they have dropped Meralto, Shorty, and Mangoes in order to pick up FaZe, Beetle, and Devil. That's going to round their roster out at FaZe, Beetle, Devil, Losty, Yawn, Mochila, and Nerdy. And they're facing off against Midnight Gaming. If you have those available, Verdict, you are more than welcome to run through those.
What I see in the lobby right now, we've got DaBenji, who is Annabella, JPMB, Kane, Snix, and Dio. So that's all I see. I didn't even get a chance to run through the roster for the entirety, but I'm assuming it's the same as it was before. I don't think they made any changes. Let's take a look. Roster changes. Doesn't look like they made anything extremely difficult or different, but they did remove Y-Try and added Snix. So that was done on the 17th, which was again prior to Tuesday's stream. So it looks like we're smooth sailing on that end. And with that being said, the most drastic of changes has to have been the side of Rain. And I don't know if this is a dub or an L yet. I want to say that I think they know where they're heading and, they want to head in this right direction. But removing Meralto, Mangoes, and Beef Shorty in exchange for FaZe, Beetle, and Devil, I don't know if that's a benefit or I don't know. I can't really tell. I guess, we'll have to see now as we've got them all in the lobby, and it looks like they're going to be making their debut with the exception of Beetle, who is not in the lobby, so won't see him today. Isn't Beetle from Devious?
Correct.
Okay. Or he was Devious, right? I think that's what...
He was Devious. He's one of the few players from that roster that is still competing, so apparently he's staying Devious just with Rain. So we'll see. But we do have a wonderful map pick selection for you guys here. We have Standoff Hardpoint to start things off, Verdict. Solid map, solid game mode. We'll be moving into a Hackney Yard Search and Destroy. I think, hands down, that's probably my favorite game mode for that map. And for our third match, this one can be a little bit one-sided for C sometimes, just because you have access to that high ground. But we're going to have Summit domination to round things off with a ban on Crossfire Search and Destroy by Rain and a ban on Hackney Yard Hardpoint by Midnight Gaming.
All right, well, here we are. Rolling in the good times here. Game one is going to be that hardpoint standoff that Day just mentioned. And off the rip, you can already see it. A little bit of a scrap there for P1. And does look like it's going to be in favor of Rain for the time being. The contest comes through. Kane wins that gunfight against FaZe. He has his third. My God, Kane's crack, bro. I love the movement. I love the crosshair placement. Shots on point. Winning a massive amount of fights there, earns himself a hunter killer before being taken down. And right now, it's going to be in favor. The point is going to be in favor of the guys over at Rain. So a bit of a scrappy one, but again, this is very beginning of the match. Still have plenty of it to showcase. And I don't know who this Kane guy is, but he is frying right now. 6 kills already, and we're not even 45 seconds into the game.
We have the Emberwing PPSH in game for you guys, and it looks absolutely fantastic.
Ooh. That is a spicy skin. I love it. They added, that looks like some Vanguard, or not Vanguard, God, the Vanguard skins have been very unimpressive. The Cold War, though, the reactive ones have just been absolutely on point. Right now, we're getting a little dose of console here on mobile. I know this is a mythic, or is this a legendary? I haven't seen it released yet.
Look, it's one or the other, because that thing is absolutely sick. I mean, that is not no epic or rare camo for sure. So, hard to say on that front. You have our other skins downloaded as well, so chat can be happy about that.
Yeah,
Did
would've
see
been-
we
would've been
have
great if I didn't get to see that one. That one's dope.
we unfortunately do have an AFK by the side of we'll get the scoreboard on the screen fixed for you guys momentarily. I know that's not right. But for midnight, we do have an AFK in Annabella, aka Debenji. Has taken a couple steps forward from the initial spawn and has stared at a wall ever since.
All right, maybe we'll just pray that they didn't disconnect because right now the spot that she was kind of just hanging out in is a primary focus. That P3 site gonna be top blue, and I haven't seen her move as of yet. But again, still a hell of a display here in a 4v5 from the side. It's starting to look, like they definitely need that fifth player at any point, but I just don't see it. There we go. She's not AFK again. Let's go. We got a 5v5, and it's only a 50-point deficit they can overcome here as I'm taking a look at it. Man, y'all just built differently, bro. I've seen so many issues already tonight. You're fighting against an EU scene that is scrappy 100% of the time, every time.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and FaZe locking down this hard point. It is about an 80-point lead for the side of Midnight Rain right now. Rain, not Midnight Gaming. Admin, that backwards. Yeah. I wonder what happened with Annabella, because she hasn't disconnected, which leads me to believe it's not a connection-based thing, right? Typically, if someone's disconnected that long, it kicks them from the game, right?
Yeah, they at least have to move for a little bit. There. You see the movement right there. I was just spectating her. She literally moved left and right, up and down, just momentarily. I don't know the situation. Moves up a little bit here and there. It does look like she might be back in full force here. Let's hope. It happened earlier, and even with her out of the equation, they've only managed to go down by 60 points, and they've got control of P4. So no harm, no foul in that end. But FaZe comes through. The retake's on point, and P4, one of the ones that are the hardest to break, does come through, and it's going to be 20 seconds. Potentially uncontested here as I'm looking at Annabella, looking to pick up a few kills on the feed. Nerdy does take that one, and 5 seconds are going to go right. And he's going to have to push out. Okay, those 5 points, not necessary. Does get the next kill there. 14 on board for Nerdy off the bat. And I got to see, how's Kane doing? He started off strong. Okay, still pretty decent, 14 and 16. But the story of this matchup has been Devil, Nerdy, and Yawn. They're right there neck and neck with each other. 15 kills for both Devil and Nerdy, and 16 for Yawn.
Yep, still about a 70-point lead for the side of Rain currently. Devil gonna slide in, looking to get some more of that time. Taken down from behind as JPMB comes through with 3 kills in the feed. Might be an opportunity for Midnight to get in here and start making a bit of a break. And again, we do have Annabella back in full force here, as Verdict mentioned. So we could start to see the comeback happen a little bit. It's incredibly difficult to pull together a hard point when you're down a player. Having that extra body to help you anchor spawns or collect time, and even closer to the surface than that, just flat out have more firepower in gunfights, right? So we've seen a massive comeback by the side of Midnight so far. They're now only down 20 points. We were looking at an 80-point game not long ago, Verdict.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. 20 points gonna be the difference right here. Is the comeback season is in the air. We saw it earlier, game or series number 1. It was a scrappy one. Went to that game 3, and who else but Yo Mama coming through with the energy to take that third game momentum right now. We're in a scrappy P2 transition where it does look like Rain is going to be able to start off with the advantage. Oh, Nerdy gets taken down. The full push into the objective. 30 seconds remaining. This is definitely going to be able to close that gap. Now that we've got all 5 players in the mix, if they can hold off this push, Nerdy looking to make the contest up top. The grab Vortex. Snix, I like the idea, but I think he held it for too long. I only think he saw one shot from there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe
no, I believe you're right on that.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. I get it. You got the right kill. You closed down the point. You can't really argue with those results. But an operator that OP may have came in a little handy and allowed you to set up, perimeter outside control. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. You know, it serves its purpose. Snicks picks up the kill. They get the retake. They got the lead, for Christ's sakes, Day.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a huge comeback by the side of Midnight. Dios was looking to frag out up top, but unable to continue to fend off the opposition that was just rushing in. Kane is going to find one onto Mochila, but does get taken down with the explosive Sparrow shot as obviously Mochila fading across the doorway there, just got a little bit close, and that's something you've got to be a little bit careful about. But it does look like they get the re-break. And again, we were looking at an 80-point lead for the side of Rain not too long ago, and it has quickly shifted pace. We actually had a really good hold from Midnight on P4 last time around, so it'll be interesting to see if they're able to bring it through again. Nerdy with a nasty head glitch at the van window there. Going to find one, going to come through and find two as well. And about a 14-point lead for the side of Midnight right now, but it does look like Rain have positioning to get the first hold on the Money Hill.
Yeah, Money Hill, yeah, let's do this. Let's do a quick little listen in for the side of Rain now as they're going to begin the P4 Terrors. Join in for a quick listen in with Rain, dude.
Just
one more back. Watch out. I got three.
Oh, OBJ.
Oh my God, they're feeding me.
No mames,
No mames, dude. Come on.
Yo, I got you.
One off four. Tough back. There's so many in your
They're coming boxes. They're coming from boxes.
I got a Fred. I'm using Fred. Three. No mames, dude. I got three.
Yo, Barn.
Low.
Yeah, I'm playing it.
Hold that.
Oh my God, watch out, Granny. Oh my God, dude.
Granny died.
No
Good shit, man.
mames. One more deli. Deli. One more tractor.
Yo, talk Granny.
No mames, dude.
Tractor.
Yeah, top Granny. Yo, finish here. Two Granny right now. Watch out.
One in port.
Hey, I got my DM.
Top Granny died.
Mid. It's one.
One's top market.
Yo, but
Nice.
Break.
Oh fuck! I pulled out my DM on accident.
Top market.
One deli. Just lay them out.
Mid, guys, mid.
Oh, Granny.
This nigga sneaks plays like a pussy, dude. Holy shit.
How to break it? Okay, come on, we gotta break.
Yo.
Oh my goodness, those
mommies. They're
oh my goodness, Nerdy is hilarious. That was great.
Is Nerdy the boot of NA? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm feeling it, bro?
The English boot.
He's the English boot, bro. I know Boot, the French M&M. Maybe not as quick on the comms as he is, but right now a little bit of a back and forth, and right now we're looking at a scrappy P2 transition. One of these teams are going to come out on top. The score streaks are going to rain down, and that might be the opportunity as the P3 or P2 rotations favor the side of Midnight Gaming.
Oh,
Yawn doesn't get inside the windowsill. Look where he's at.
Yeah, he was climbing, and I gotta say, I think when I flicked onto Yawn there at the end, we might have a current season kill record for Yawn. I think I saw 53 as the game ended.
What?
I think I saw 53 as the game ended. Is that what I saw?
53 from who?
Yawn?
Wrong.
What does it say?
Yawn's got 33. There's no
33.
way he got 53.
No, I thought I clicked over to it as the game ended and it disappeared. So I sold a little bit there. Listen, I sold a little bit there. Okay.
You to put whatever you got in your cup down.
Listen. It has been a long day, dude. It has been a long day.
I was talking to Sylvia last night and I was like, look, it's gonna be, I said it was gonna be a long night for me. And then I was like, no, scratch that. Day's going to have a hell of a day tomorrow. He's got work early. He's got Mobile Mayhem, and then he's going to try and do personal streams. He did 2 personal streams today, and now he's got Mobile Mayhem, which is bound to end no earlier than 2 hours from now. So just a beast of a guy. Day, I absolutely, I give you hell, bro, but I
Listen,
much respect.
Can we talk about the fact that we had an AFK for Midnight Gaming for the first like
Right?
200 points on the board, and they still made the comeback happen?
Stay devious. Stay devious. That's all I got to say. Rips in chat.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, Chad, I lied
yeah.
to you. I jumped the gun a little bit. Look, I switched to Yawn at the end, and I was watching him climb through the window. And
Yeah, I was like, no shot. He doesn't make it in there. And
well,
he
the
didn't.
game ended. The game ended, and it took away the HUD. And I had just looked, and I saw the 3, and it looked like a 5 before. I was like, what on earth? How on earth did I miss this kid frying like that? Clearly, I didn't. Clearly, I didn't.
Look, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. They sold. Was that Jan who was on the windowsill? Is that who were? They sold Jan because he had that break. I don't care what COD Mobile says. Dude was in it like Bennett, ready to win it and make that comeback. Even after having a 5v4, had a little bit of a lead, have a pretty massive lead. It's almost a whole point. And I gotta say, that's one of the more scrappier games. Granted, it was a 4v. What the hell's up with 4v5s in NA tonight? What is going on? Everyone check.
It's NA. It's NA. You wonder why I get more excited to do EU.
No, it's not always. Look, EU 3 seasons ago was every other match a 4v5. I don't want to hear it. And there were a lot of 4v4s too because the other side couldn't get their crap together. Right now, we're looking at the best the EU scene has ever been. And I'm loving every minute of it.
I'm glad this is the season I get to cast. Love
Yes,
Imperium,
yes.
but also huge shout out to Imperium for picking a different community over the COD community.
No. Do not say that. That is not true. Don't set my man's under the bus like that.
Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness.
That was totally uncalled for. I'm gonna revoke that respect card right there, bro.
Listen.
Listen.
We all know that Imperium wishes he could do both. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
ready
yeah.
for the next. Awesome. I'm ready for it too.
Oh,
After
keep
that
the
comeback,
energy. Keep the energy rolling.
comeback from Midnight, I'm here for it, dude.
Yo, I know who else is here for it. Annabella. She's not AFK this time around. At least I hope not.
We're gonna spectate her right up to start and see.
I loaded in and I was literally in her point of view. So,
Mine too. Me too.
She's got the ping. Obviously, she was first one in the lobby.
Well, we will see. I wonder if this works with that close. Oh, it does. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, chat. We're gonna have some cool stuff for you guys. Coming up soon. Not right now, but what we do have is Dios coming through with a bomb plant. And, well, let me tell you, I want these nerdy comms right now, is what I want.
Feed me, bro. Right now, you just got fed on. 1-0 in favor of the side of Midnight Gaming. They've got the advantage from the one a hardpoint game that we just watched. It was just a hell of a showdown towards the end. And right now, it's 1-0 in their favor in the search, too. Snicks might be the AFK bandit this time around. As I was taking a look at it, I think Snicks just reconnected. Homie, I hope you get your screenshot. As I do see him pick up the bomb, but he is one of the only... Oh, my, he's rubber banding. All right, so we got Annabella and a somewhat Snick still available. Does get the drop there on Nerdy, but does lose out on Annabella. And now it's going to be a 1v2, Devil and Mochilla. Mochilla, if I'm not mistaken, is Asta. Unless Asta comes in chat, I'm not confirming that because I see the Discord name. It's Mochilla.
Asta retired.
Asta retired, exactly. Thank you. Yes. Finally, Day and I are synchronized. We have became one.
Oh goodness.
Now
well,
he can finally move on. Yeah.
Left alone. Oh, whoo! What a shot by Devil there. You know, as a matter of fact, I want to look at some rosters real quick. Okay,
Bro, I gotta get my hands on that PPSA.
Genic
PPSA
is on
Timberwing.
Xplicit. I had thoughts maybe it's Ingenic because Ingenic always runs that that profile picture, but that is not the case. Genic is indeed on a different roster. Ooh, man, laser from Mochila there. And I do expect the PPSH to be meta this season. I'm unsure if the skin is pay to win or just looks amazing. I don't see like particularly any free attachments, but
Enemy contact. Targets in sight. Enemy contact.
oh my goodness.
Snakes catches the refrag. Yet again, Snakes and Annabella, just to keep note of. Snakes and Annabella left in that 2v3, and now, of course, it's a 1v2. Snakes is the last player alive round after round here. You know, this is starting to become a pattern here as we're getting into this third round. We're 55 seconds left on the clock. The rotation over to that A site just did not happen. And now we're going to see Snakes try to get this transition to B. Is not going to be ousted as of yet. FaZe and Mochila, last two alive. And what I will note is there's no snipers on the board. So unless one of these players have one as a secondary or picked up, I don't believe FaZe started off with a sniper. And I have to say I agree with it because this map is... I'm not saying it's not a sniper map, but it does favor you know, your ARs or your SMG, you know, for some of these close quarter combat battles, especially if you're going to be pushing up towards that A site. Right now, the bomb does go down. Snicks get some shots, but FaZe and Mochila do a great job of playing their twos there. Are going to get that defused, and now we're going to see a 2-1. A much-needed 2-1. I mean, these guys, you know, in reality need a win here in this Search and Destroy, and, you know, these are a big plays where, you know, 1v2 is a possible scenario. When you play your twos that well, it's darn near impossible to lose. So, gotta commend FaZe and Mochila for the great team plays.
You're absolutely right, and the PPSH definitely something I expect to see a little bit more as people get it unlocked because, dude, that gun is absolutely crazy in every COD. Verdict has been running the Vanguard PPSH in Warzone. That thing is a hip fire monster, dude.
Yo, if you don't like ADSing, switch over to that PPSH in Warzone. Good night. Forget about it. No skill required. It is
like
literally
70 meters out, hip firing people.
Yes, exactly. I made the mistake of ADSing, and I missed every shot. It's as funny as it gets. Snakes now left in a 1v3 this time. Get shots on Devil, but is going to be forced off his window seal. The bomb has been down, and Mochila, of course, going to get the defuse. No need for Snakes to come and check that. He was already weak as is and couldn't contest from that angle. So F for the bomb planner or F for Snakes for not repeaking?
Well, one way or another, it is looking decent for the side of Rain right now. We could still see that game 3 tonight, and I gotta say, on the back of Annabella being AFK, we might actually have a good series here. So we will definitely see. I wonder how that game would have went if we had Annabella the whole time.
Spoiler alert! I think this is probably not going to be a popular
big comeback, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Rain wins it if Annabella's 100% in game 1.
I think Rain wins if Annabella's
obviously
not AFK.
Trolling.
Yeah, I was about to say, what on earth?
This was you get a 5th player in the mix. That's all you needed. Dirty with the body shots. Okay, feed him, No mommies. Bomb defuse. 3-4-1 lead now. As I'm letting things just get out of my hand left and right here.
Bro, you are the cringiest person I have ever worked with. I love it, but so very cringy.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, if it came from anybody else, I would feel insulted.
No, I mean it in a good way. I mean it in a good way.
Yeah.
I love cringe. I love cringe.
Oh, I'm a master of cringe, obviously.
Free kill for Kumia there, and then that one wasn't free. That was oh my no. Oh my goodness.
I had to put my hands over my mouth. I was getting loud there. Good night, Kumia. You corner bandit.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
Love it. Love the energy. It's high right now. We're getting up there, bro.
Some might call it camping, but let me tell you, in the comp scene, there's
no.
I just there's
said
no such thing. Yeah, there's no such thing as camping in the professional scene, guys. That is strategic play, okay?
First kill was a corner kill, right? The second and the third, clearly gun skill. So there's a clear, distinct difference. He was just better there. So Mochilla, Nerdy, Devil, all combined for kills. Oh, get dumpstered.
All right, someone in chat has to know who Devil's old name was, right?
I want to say I read it a minute ago, but I might be wrong.
Destroy the objective.
I want to say it was a devious player. I read it in chat earlier. It might be a devious player.
It is possible.
You know, someone confirm it in chat.
Listen, those guys love changing their names, so. You know. Dios, how are you alive? Oh, hold on. Asta, my dude. This gun is absolutely silly broken. Why is Dios alive? I'm very confusion right now.
Well, we're sitting on match point right now, and you know, Midnight Gaming only able to find 2 rounds for themselves. Need another here. Kane, raising Kane, baby, bro, just absolutely killing it. He killed it in the hard point to start it off with. Bro had like 6 kills in the first like 30 seconds of the game. Just truly cracked. Right now he's sitting on a mean 13 piece, bro. Big boy carries much. Annabella, not really. I mean, she may not be AFK, but she doesn't have a single kill on the board right now, so I don't know what the case is. Mochilla does come through and takes Kane out, and right now we're looking at match point here again for the side of Rain. I don't know why I drew a blank there.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a minute to get used to teams and names. That's no big deal.
I'm seeing FaZe, I'm thinking Storm, and then I'm seeing nobody that I recognize from this Rain team. That came
I like how you
Wildfire.
see FaZe and think Storm, but you don't look at Storm Yawn and think Storm.
Why would I think Storm when I see Yawn?
Oh my goodness, no mames.
First, okay, Kumia, 6. Picks up 1, 2v3 scenario. We got 28 seconds on the clock. Oh, yes. Is that the first kill for Annabella? Finds Yawn lacking. Devil and FaZe left. Devil, last one alive. Shots are going to come raining in. You've got to get that. Go! My God, I almost lost her right there. Were you spectating that? That was...
Oh, yeah. Ran out of ammo on the Type 25. Pull out the all-reliable.
Jesus. Good night. Game 3, are we riot? This is a spicy one.
Make Andy an admin over there. That's what we do. I think that's the play.
Andalizer?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, big,
yeah,
big,
over
big
on
shout
over
out.
on
Big
the
fan,
YouTubes.
Andalizer. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Maybe I might have to make him a YouTube mod.
I need more admin on YouTube or mods on YouTube. So
I need more viewers on YouTube before I can start considering. I mean, I get like 15 to 20, which is not like bad, but right now we're looking at maybe the fall here of the side of Midnight Gaming. Well, as soon as I say that, here comes Miss Annabella herself. Just couldn't find a kill to save her life the first few rounds. Right now, she's sitting on a smooth 4. 2-piece in the feed, and we're looking at what was a 5v3, now a 3v2. What in the actual heck is going on here? And then on top of that, Snicks just reconnected again. I don't know what's going on with Snicks' internet.
Get down, sniper!
Well, we'll see. It was looking decent for the side of Rain off the start, but things quickly turning in favor of Midnight Gaming. We might be looking at possibly around 11 here, which would be pretty wild. It would definitely make the series a little bit more spicy. Here that bomb plant is going down. Nerdy gonna get the plant there. Devil, that was maybe not one of the easier shots, but at least followed it up. Now Kane pushing on in. Oh, Devil. Oh, Devil. Devil. Okay, pistols are not your suit, my dude. Pistols are not it for you.
Well, right now, Annabella, gonna clutch it up. We're going to a round 11. There you go.
Oh,
Hey,
the body shooting.
Shots fired, guys. Shots fired. Annabella, I love it. I love the smart. You didn't have a single kill a few rounds back. You got 5 on board now, and you're right there at that neutral marker. And the body shots coming along. Just an absolute travesty here if the side of Rain doesn't pick up this game, because if I don't see a game 3 here, I'm going to be, like, uber upset.
Well, if we don't see a game 3, I'm going to feel absolutely robbed. Devil doing everything they can by not having a pistol in their hand and landing that snipe. Asta going to come through, finds 2. 13 on the board for Asta. Kumia going to slide the corner, finds an extra one, but Nerdy there for the refrag. Snicks left alone once again, takes down Devil. But can you win the gunfight with FaZe? No, you cannot. It's going to be game 3 confirmed as Rain are able to clutch up the almost thrown search and destroy.
Almost thrown is a hell of an understatement. Just a ridiculous lead coming into that round 11, and I gotta say, Asta put on and put out, man. I think he picked up 2 or 3 that last round, making it one of the better series of the night. Going to a game 3 again. This is a closer skill gap. When I say better series of the night, I'm looking at skill gap between the 2 teams. Yo Mama and Seminal reality check shouldn't have gone to a game 3, but Marshy disconnected. This time around, Annabella fully connects in the outcome. Just as I said earlier, if Annabella hadn't have been AFK, I think they lose. And what about it right now? We're in a situation where game 3 is right around the corner, and Annabella was not AFK this time. Day, can you share some light on that one?
And this was such a good search for a couple reasons. Okay, for a couple reasons. All right.
Let's hear it.
One, Rain started off strong. Okay, they got ahead. I think we were looking at a 4-1 at one point in the game. And we were cheering for that game 3, so you got to give them credit for that. Midnight Gaming, obviously, we're making a big comeback happen now. Whether that's partially because Devil has never used the Renetti, I don't know. But I almost had the comeback happen, got all the way into that round 11, which, we're looking for that spice of life. And then they just cleanly locked down that round 11. It wasn't even close. Rain came through, swept. So we got the excitement out of Midnight Gaming, but we got the finish out of Rain. That's going to send us into our domination, which for anybody who is coming in a little bit late and maybe missed the graphic earlier, we are going to be looking at a
Summit domination.
Summit domination. So that one should be a fun one. Can sometimes be a little bit one-sided, but I don't think it's as one-sided as a Crossfire or a Hackney Dom. And I think it also allows some strategic play where, because the map is narrow and long, we actually see quite a few spawn flips usually during Summit, which does not happen in a Crossfire or a Hackney Yard. Typically, if you have spawns, they're pretty easy to lock down. And that's why I think there's a little bit more strategy involved in the likes of a Summit Dom. So we'll see as we get ready to get into that final game of this series. Is it going to be Midnight coming through and locking things down, or are Rain going to make the comeback happen after picking up that search and destroy? We talk about it a lot, Verdict, that sometimes teams are just able to ride that momentum, even if they struggled in the hard point, the respawn prior to the search. Sometimes they can take that little extra oomph that they get from the search and pull some good plays together.
Yo, I'll tell you who took a little bit of extra from that search and destroy win earlier. That was Yo Mama, dude. She came through and just absolutely turned things around in the second half of a Dom to go along with it too. So I got to clear the air because I feel a little hostility whenever you made a post earlier, and I feel like I needed to address this. The Bullfrog is not the Bison. It's the Cold War version of the Bison, and those two guns are very different, and I'll tell you why.
Essentially at their core, essentially at their core, they're the same. So
I said the same thing, but I made it sure it's the Cold War version. You know what the difference is for the Cold War version? Is there's an 85 round mag. An 85 round mag. Imagine an 85 round SMG running around.
My point is, listen. My point is, they're the same gun, just different titles, right? That's ultimately
the Cold War PP9. It's the Cold War PP19 Bison, but it is way more overpowered than the PP19.
Listen,
Bison.
I agree, but my point was that they're, for COD Mobile's sake, they're probably not going to add the Bullfrog when we already have the Bison.
Bullfrog to COD Mobile, because I will go back to competitive and just spray hipfire all day long with that.
They added the PPSH. You might have that opportunity.
Hey yo! Pro BR player verdict with the PPSH plays?
Oh, especially in BR with no hipfire penalty in the first place? Oh, good night.
I'm going to be beaming kids from 75 meters out with the PPSH loadout.
Yo, if you guys haven't seen Verdict run this PPSH loadout in Warzone yet, check out his stream sometime, because I swear to God, dude will be 80 meters away just hitting shot after shot hipfire. That gun is absolutely nuts. So the fact that they're bringing it is the Modern Warfare version of the PPSH, I believe, but for all
it's the Vanguard.
In COD Mobile is Modern Warfare.
You think so?
Yes.
Why do they just look the same?
It's a PPSH.
Because when I look at it, I see the Vanguard
It's a PPSH 41.
What is the one that they released in Vanguard?
They're all a PPSH 41. All of them.
No, man. That I don't know. I have to take a look at it. I'm just gonna assume it's
look, the difference in the
because it makes sense.
The Vanguard PPSH is not historically accurate on the iron sights. It has a open top iron sights, when the reality is that gun has a closed.
He wins. He knows his gun. I get it. As soon as you went into those minor details, I knew you had won the conversation. Right now, the conversation is being won by the team with the triple cap. Because guess what?
Goodness.
But it's about to turn around. Look how quickly this map just spreads out and just fans out everyone you have. You know,
look at Dios getting the seaside spawn.
I mean, how? But how though?
Because Rain pushed in too deep.
Hey,
they occupied. Yeah. Too bad this isn't Rain versus Yo Mama. Oh man. Oh goodness. Yeah. So basically, as we were talking with Shift on the spawn the other night, COD Mobile uses I like the way he worded it, a checkpoint system for the respawns. So basically, because there were enemies too close to all of the A-side spawn checkpoints, that did force the spawn out for the side of the side of Midnight. So they get that spawn, and now you can see it's Kane up on the point, is going to get taken down. The BC does maintain in favor of Rain, who, off the back of a very close search and destroy, might be looking to bring the whole series to a close with a 2-1 win.
Yeah, and with them having the advantage off the rip, what do you think? A quick listen in with Rain?
Yeah, let's make it happen.
They have the advantage. I just want to hear Nerdy again.
We'll go for both. We'll do both, but we'll jump with Rain first since they're ahead.
Let's go.
One in A. Mommy. Oh my God.
Fuck, yo, computer.
I'm not gonna 10, dude.
No, dude.
Oh my God. I got a pred. I got another pred.
Shit.
No mom is. That's not Pablo.
I got see. Come on.
You got that.
I'm pulling out DM. Oh, one I see.
Hey.
Bottom. Come on,
Reset C.
We enough.
Yo, there's 2A.
I'm resetting C.
Yeah, reset C. Go for top.
Get top.
On top. He's lit as fuck. One top lit as fuck.
Hop. Asta. Good stuff.
Devil, hold that angle. Devil,
Three stairs.
Devil, hold that angle. Just stay there.
Rounds over.
Play for kills then. Let's jump a 40 on them, everyone.
Yeah. Cat. They're spawning by C. Good shit. Daddy, yo, dude.
Lost that round, but it's not
All right, some good comms there coming through. I think we have another another BSer in chat though. I heard Nerdy say that he's on a 10. He's on a 10. He's on a 10. Bro, I switch over. You were on a 7. We're on a 7. Dude, we gotta learn how to count. We gotta learn how to count. That was like I'm about to nuke, and then you were on a 7 the other day. You know what I mean?
Bro, they're talking about 40, dropping 40 pieces. Nobody's even remotely close to 20 right now. As a matter of fact, okay, never mind. Devil is. He's got 17. And a lot of pressure here early on. The Seek and A-cap flip potential. But I do see one player on C for the side of Midnight Gamer right now. That's Cade. The B-cap's going to come right through. Yawn going to go ahead and solidify, but he's going to be quickly taken down. A and C, no home flags here for Raid in the second half. So a little bit of lost play, but guess what? They're going to be able to regain it. They got that B-cap, which is obviously a little bit more important off the rip. Now they just need to find home, and sure enough, there they go. C-Sights in. Raid have the advantage, have a massive lead. So 109 to 59. Ugh. This is, you know, with a double cap, looking like it might be getting out of hand early here, Dave.
Yeah, it might happen. We have the CB right now, and the triple cap does come through for Rain, who might just be looking to close things out. I don't know. I kind of wanted to listen to Midnight Gaming, but I don't want to jump in while they're being triple capped. What do you think?
Dude, as someone who never jumps in, or if I do jump in, I immediately jump out. I would highly advise against a listening, unless you're up for it. I mean, if you think it's the right call, let's do it. If not, I mean, this is a tough one. I mean, right now they're getting grief. They haven't had a single bit of map control. Even in the beginning of the second half, they had the AC cap, but they never, ever had an opportunity to get B. Which that toss-up is very, very, very...
How do they let Nerdy sit on this box and nobody has checked him yet?
Because Nerdy's the no mames master, bro. Come on.
Listen, I'm pretty sure as soon as we jumped into the voice comms, I'm pretty sure I heard...
Yeah,
no, I didn't even hear no mames. I heard mommy, mommy, mommy. I swear to goodness, chat. Tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me I'm not crazy, chat.
I think you're not crazy to do a listening now. The B and C, or B and A cap is coming through.
Let's make it happen. Let's do it right now.
All right, let's do it.
One top C, top C, top C, top C.
He's on C, top C, top C, top C.
Snow low.
He's top.
Okay, tripled again. Oh my god. He's still top. Or is he bottom? Yeah, top.
Top dead.
Say it a little bit faster. It's on A. Annihilate on A. Nice.
1C.
Nigga. Shit's so fucking embarrassing.
It's fine.
I'm down.
We just kept losing top control. Con dead.
Snow.
There's one top. I'm stunned. Thank you.
Con.
Well, listen, Vertigo, I thought about jumping out when the triple cap came through. I'm kind of glad we stuck around because you actually heard a fair bit of positivity. And not only did you hear that fair bit of positivity that it's fine, no big deal, you know, we're gonna work on it. You heard the acknowledgement of one of the things that lost them this game, right? Is that they kept losing top control and that they need to focus more on top control. So I think that's huge for the map. And that's a good acknowledgement of knowing right away where you lost, what aspects you lost at. So even though they were losing, and you could definitely hear a little bit of the sadness in the comms from them. Again, I'm glad they at least know what they can do better next time, right? That's ultimately a big factor here.
No, you're absolutely right. And realizing that mid-game is one thing, but being able to adapt to it beforehand, before you realize it, is another thing. And that's what's going to separate these two teams. You can already see a Phaser shooting up in the air. It's over with. Game 3 going to come through, and Rain going to be able to take the bag there. And, you know, even on the backs of a hell of a Game 1 from the side of Midnight Gaming, in which they... literally half of the game was 4v5ing. They didn't have Annabella's presence, and you know, she was in the game, but she wasn't moving. She was barely staying, you know, connected and not being kicked it for being AFK. So in reality, it's a 4v5, and they win that, but get dropped into a summit domination map where, if it gets out of hand, bro, it's so hard to get back under control. And sure, they realized where their mistake was, and they'll be able to capitalize on that in the future. Right now, they're just gonna have to, take the L and move on, because at the end of the day, Rain take this domination. They do it, and it was in a very convincing fashion. So well played by them. You can see it. Nobody can near a 40 bomb. 32 for Devil. 808 is a stretch. So Nerdy, I like your enthusiasm. I love your comms, bro. I love your no mommies. They
I don't
sound
like
great.
your inability to count.
I don't like your inability to count. Exactly.
Oh man, who was that on Tuesday? Is that Mangoes?
Was Blur.
Oh, it was Blur. That's right. I'm about to nuke. 7.
7. Yeah, dude, get out of here, bro.
Amazing. Look, Blur. We love you, Blur. But that was hilarious. That was so funny.
Oh man. Oh, dude's an A1 guy. He jumped in VC with Image and I the other day. We were getting some things set up, and he was helping me out, understanding a few other concepts of the game. Yeah, that's right. Verdict's getting coached by Image as well. Okay, what can I say? I can't help myself. Dude is just a very knowledgeable guy, and super OP. And Blur's just like, hey, can I come in here and chill? I was like, absolutely. So Blur all around. If you don't, follow him on Trovo, give him a follow. I don't want to do a promo for the guy, but dude is super humble. Dude's super down to earth, just a great vibe to be around. So definitely a major capper though. 7 kills is nowhere near 20 as far as a nuke goes, bro.
Listen, and COD Mobile is real generous on how much you need for a nuke, right?
Right?
Our boy Verdict over here watched me die on a 29. Well, he didn't watch me die, but he died on a 29 in Vanguard the other day trying for that nuke. So.
We were crapping on those kids, bro.
Yeah, we were. And unfortunately for the side of Midnight Gaming, Rain was kind of crapping on them here in the domination for a large majority of the game. We saw a lot of triple caps, and again, I think it's good for Midnight to at least have come in and made note and said, hey, we know where we lost. We lost the top control. That's big on this map, and Again, guys, I'm giving you credit for acknowledging that, for knowing that is an issue that you had on this map. When I see you come back next week, if we get a summit, whether it's search, whether it's hardpoint, whether it's dom, doesn't matter. I want to see that focus. I want to see you guys try to improve on that top control and show me that you actually learned from that knowledge that you guys were not having a good control on top. So. Huge credit to Midnight Gaming again. They made a incredible comeback in that hard point despite having basically 4 players for half the game, right? Annabella was AFK for a while. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. And man, Devil just put up some numbers there. Devil and Nerdy both.
Big numbers. Game. Big game 3. Solid performance all around. A hell of a series. And right now we're about to get ready for that 3rd series of the night. We're 2 hours in, Day. I'm telling you, we're not going to get out of here until at least 10:50 or 11:15 your time. So
yeah, that's all right.
I'm thinking maybe a short intermission and we get back into the action. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Let's do it. Okay, never mind. Why am I the last one to always look at Discord? I clearly cannot fucking multitask. Seminal is major pissed that they lost.
Yikes. I'll be back right away.
So I mean, I get that point of the of the you know, it countering, but let's be realistic about it. That thing is way more than just a counter to quick fix. It is way more than just a counter to quick fix. It is ridiculously OP, and look, the time it actually takes is ridiculously long. It's not efficient, but once it's down, it covers up a major portion of the map and hinders any kind of view. I don't know. I haven't seen it firsthand, but I would assume it looks exactly like when we're spectating. That's exactly what it looks like on screen. So I just think that's stupid. I can't see in. If I'm outside, I can't see you know, what's on the other side, which is ridiculous. That makes for a major advantage for capping points and holding off angles. It's way more OP than smoke. You got a point. They are. But imagine something like that. You know what? I like Zim's play on that because he I guarantee you he orchestrated that with the team. I'm 100% on board with it. It's you know, they're gonna bundle it in now. We're not gonna see quick fix. We're not gonna see wherever the hell that was. What's the name of it again?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we're getting geared up for our next matchup, which is definitely going to be a spicy one. We've got, oh, why am I drawing a blank here? We've got Shreddit versus Xplicit, and Xplicit is one of those teams that I've definitely wanted to get into some of their matches and really see where they stand, because this is a team that is definitely a bit stacked as well, with the likes of Solo, Veteran, Lucifer, and Genic, who has really stepped his game up the past couple seasons, and Snipes, one of those really solid snipers that we're expecting to see improve his talents even more. Now in the opposition, we have Shreddit, who definitely has some upcoming talent as well, some players that we've seen several seasons before, and even I think a couple new names. Their lineup tonight is going to be Sins, Slaya, Naz, Scott, and Cupcakes. And I think most people would expect Xplicit probably is on board to be the favorite here. Verdict, did you agree?
100%. You know, we saw them in day one. They took down a very overpowered Eleventy roster in a 2-1 decisive factor, and right now they're going to be facing off a team who I don't remember. I think they have lost 2 series so far. I don't think they've had a bye. So, you know, they're in a drought. They're due for a game, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's going to come at the expense of Xplicit dropping a map. So I'm not saying a 2-0 is in our future, but it is definitely one of those games that I'm rolling with Xplicit with a 2-0 scenario here.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. And for our map picks, we definitely have some fan favorites for map number 1 and map number 2. It's Firing Range Hardpoint, which I think is a much better map now that we're in a little bit longer of games. It offers you a little bit more versatility and the option to come back later in the game. Whereas, you know, before you could get snowballed out pretty easy. We're going to be moving into a Standoff, Search and Destroy, which is, of course, going to be one of those ones that all of these players have practiced. And then we're going to have a Takeoff, Domination to round things out. And guys and girls, we're into the action. And this is hopefully going to be a good one.
Yo, Solo already just rocking it out. The PPSH, the 3-piece off the rip, shuts down trailer. And you can see it. It is Xplicit with the advantage here in this P1 site. They've got P2 spawns, and they're making every bit of it count right now. They've got 16 points uncontested. Finally, Naz is able to come through and pick up a kill and get some time needed there for the side of Shreddit. But, I mean, how much longer are they going to be able to hold off the push? It's coming from multiple angles, and that's going to be Xplicit right there on the retake. They've set it up perfectly. They've got spawns already for P2, haven't given up too much of that backside, and now they're in a perfect position. They've got 21 points on board. In regards to that first point, anywhere from like 20 to 30 is just absolutely where you want to be at. You don't want to go in to that second hill being down 40, 50 points, and you're seeing a little bit of multitasking, and it's paying off very well here early on for Xplicit.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not hugely in love with the red dot on the PPSH. You know, in Vanguard, you know, we throw one on because, well, it doesn't really hurt, right? You can have 10 attachments. Here, not so much, and I do feel like there's probably just better options to run, whether it be increasing your hipfire, or your ADS bullet spread accuracy, right? I think those are two things definitely to consider. So we'll definitely have to see if that's something he sticks with, if that's something that everybody runs or not, because obviously we did see the mythic PPSH earlier, right? And the iron sight's pretty solid and clean there, but I don't think the PPSH in general has bad iron sights. So, and right there is where Solo wishes he had a gun as a secondary. Ran out of bullets, even with a 60-some, 65 round mag, and the katana just not gonna cover enough distance to finish that kill. So, very even game right now, though. I'm 45-44.
Yeah, it's neck and neck, and you know, in a game like this where, you know, Solo might be able to get away with having some of those, you know, not so, you know, on the ADS bullet spread or hipfire accuracy, you could probably get away with running a red dot here. Is going to be taken down, and, you know, a last-ditch effort from Naz, who does get the grab vortex off, and a little bit of action there on that P3 trailer site. You can see it right here, about 30 seconds left. The break comes in. It's much necessary here for Xplicit. Naz just on a burner right now. Is taking out, but does pick up a hell of a kill there. Scott, what's going on, buddy?
Whipped out his Annihilator and immediately bricked, so that's going to be an operator down, especially with it being a very, very potent one. And now Snipes whips out the katana for a second, decides, nope, we're going equalizers, and might find one onto Sins here. Nope, Sins going to come through, takes him down, that Sparrow in hand. Not able to find Solo, however. And I got to say, I got to give some props to Shreddit for keeping this one close right now.
Yeah, big props to them. You know, it's first points around, and right now we're only looking at a 15-point deficit. I can deal with that. They do get to break here at P4. It's gonna be short-lived as Lucifer has opted to pull out a Sparrow, picks up a clearing of the hill, and takes down Nas, takes down Slaya, and now the push from the jungle site. You can already see it. The anticipation is coming. Scott peeks first. Scott is gonna get help from Sins and is gonna be able to play his life, but Scott is eventually gonna be taken down. And you know, the plays here on this site, this wood area, it's one of a very easy to just watch those players funnel in through jungle. I would opt not to push in unless you've already got one up inside of wood, but right now it's not the case. So almost a full hold after the retake gonna come through for the side of Xplicit, and that lead is dwindling and continuing to grow, and Shred It, what was a close game, is now almost a full point behind.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see how this game develops. You know, we were talking about how, since this is a little bit longer of a map or mode now, rather, there is big opportunity where a P2 in favor of Shred It could really start to turn things around a little bit. Verdict is correct. This goes to 500, chat. Clearly goes to 500. If both teams are at basically 250, that could be the case. But
hey, yeah, I mean, don't discount Shred It yet. I've already done them a disservice by discrediting them. Well, you know, right now they're trying to get the setup early on P2, and Slay is going to be playing that anchor role. Does find 1 kill, 2 kills, and Jeddick gets taken down, but Lucifer comes through before we see spawns kind of favoring the bottom side of firing range, and now it does look like the spawns are going to be favoring the side for Shred It for this P2 rotation second time around. So with that being said, you know, maybe a quick listen in with either of these teams. What do you think, Dave?
I think it's probably best to jump in with Xplicit right now. You agree?
Do it.
All right, let's make it happen.
One more middle. Mid dead. I spawned it.
It's one another.
Oh no, C-Tuck. Two.
I'm pre-trailer. One trailer.
C-truck coming.
In hill tagged. Yo, close. Dead.
Where's
Hey,
he?
C-truck, one tap.
Yo,
One
keep
more
fighting.
Cover,
Fuck that. We have songs. Just keep
recover.
we can. Don't overfeed.
Wow, what's so?
We're fine. Just set new. Top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10. We might drop P1. That's like the drop. There's 2 on old, 3 on old.
Yeah. Top 10.
Fountain.
I got top 10.
Who died bottom wood? To where?
We're spawning down.
They're gonna push my barrel solo.
P1.
There's one. Watch my mid.
Yeah, I'm mid. They cannot. They have to walk through me.
Yeah, but they can't kill me, motherfucker.
Yo, barrel, one tap.
Barrel. Yo, Vet, you said all that, and now I'm one side.
Just watch your middle. Yo, one top 10.
P1.
Not me.
To me.
Got to mid. I got through mid.
Nice. We're fine here.
Oh, great heavens.
Oh man. Definitely some good comms there, Verdict. And listen, to wrap up the what honestly sounded to me like a little bit of frustration within the team, that oh great heavens right before I hopped out was absolutely a solid one to round it out on as that cluster strike came in. Obviously you could hear their surprise in that one coming. We do have a lead on the side of Xplicit, but maybe not as big as we would have thought coming into this.
No, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a big bot. I made big bot plays. I actually joined Shreddit's call outs, and I didn't even realize it until I heard Naz, and I was like, well, hot damn, I'm in the wrong PC. And you know what? A little bit of frustration on my behalf. So I called the oh great heavens, and I felt that I was watching Veteran as he pulled out his Annihilator, and he couldn't get the wall bang through the little wall area that covers up right next to sandbags. Like, how in the hell does that not hit? Sure enough, he did get the kill to finish it off, but the feed was tremendous, but it didn't pan out because the break came through and trailer side was compromised. How does that happen, Xplicit?
Yeah, a little bit rough, and again, that cluster strike I think was really well optimized because there is a hole in the roof of trailer there, so definitely one use of it. Another is obviously that P1 is fully exposed, so a cluster can give you a lot of benefit there. We do have the Bison in play for, I believe that was what, Cupcakes? I'm gonna double check real quick. Put your grenade away, Yeah, the Bison for Cupcakes. And that's when I said might make a little bit of a comeback this season. Obviously it had a base damage buff as well as a body shot multiplier added of, I believe it's 15%, so definitely usable, especially with it having a large magazine. Another thing to make note of is that Solo has put down the PPSH and has opted to go back over to the Type 25, maybe opting for just a little bit more range, a little bit more versatility.
Yeah. I mean, that's him in a nutshell, man. Good old Faithful, pull out that Type 25. It's the meta right now, and I think, we've had discussions about rule sets and how everything's changed, and, this versus that, and, we don't see LMGs, we don't see shotguns. Until I see a balance of guns in the game, like balance as in when we are comfortably able to see an SMG alongside another SMG and then maybe 2 ARs to go along with it. I need some balance in the game like that. I'm tired of seeing Type 25s being ran rampant through these games. Granted, they reign superior because they are the meta. But, I mean, let's be fair. If we're going to really break down the rule set, I mean, I know there's no rule on you having as many ARs, but how many ARs do you see in CDL? How many SMGs do you see? It's about a balanced 2-2 split, maybe a 3-1 split in favor of one or the other. But you always see at least one of the other, right? One or the other, right?
Yeah, and I definitely think with the PPSH coming in, I think that's a really great option for the close mid-range. And if you are going to run something that plays into the effect of a little bit of both, I think that Bison is something that I feel like a couple more players should try. I know the Type 25 is still pretty great, and it's very easy to use. But again, for some of your running gun players, I feel like Solo specifically could make really, really good use out of a Bison play, because it does give you a lot of versatility at pretty much all ranges, right? Because that is a gun that does not have a ton of recoil once you start getting some attachments on it. It's got a large magazine that favors taking multiple gunfights, and with that body shot multiplier up and that accounting at all distances, it still has some pretty effective time to kill at all ranges, even though a couple seasons back we had some overall changes to submachine gun damage range that did take away some of its longer range viability before.
All right, here we are. Post Mayhem report looking pretty sweet across the board. I gotta say, I'm fairly impressed with Shreddit's ability to remain in this matchup for as long as they did. It was literally neck and neck going into that P4 first time around. After the reset, things kind of get out of hand, and you can start to see where the streaks come in, the operator's utilization, just everything safe and sound for the side of Xplicit. They win on the count of a 250 to 167, so they're going to have that 1-0 lead in the series. And now we're going to be getting geared up for a game number 2 day. Looking at the rotations and everything, I'm thinking still I'm rolling with Xplicit here. I don't know if it gets out of hand to where we see that game 3. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving game 3 for competitive sake. I just can't see Xplicit selling a search and destroy standoff. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't see it either, but I do got to give some Shreddit credit here, right? They kept that hard point really, really close, and granted, at the end, it did slide a little bit more in favor of Xplicit on those last couple hills. I think Shreddit performed really well for a team we didn't expect to compete up at this level, specifically looking at the likes of Naz coming through with 35, 31, Sins also putting up 36 kills on the board. Not quite top frag for the lobby. That does go over to Lucifer, who came through with 39, but they tied up Solo, and Solo is not a small name in the North American scene, right? So really got to give them credit. They had some solid rotations. They did have some really good teamwork. And again, they did have a couple players fragging out, but Scott struggled quite a bit, 23 and 39. I mean, we're minus 16 on Scott there, minus 10 for Cupcakes, and minus 8 for Slaya. So we'll be getting rid of the gear up for that search and destroy here shortly. And I would expect, again, I think Xplicit are the 2-0 favor here. And one of the things I really want to look for is, are we going to have a sniper talent that shows up to compete with Snipes, who is actually really, really solid? He's one of those players that came into the scene as a sniper and really made a name for himself early on.
I mean, we're going to have to find out. This is moment of truth. Shred it. You let it all hang on the line in game 1. Fell a little shy of victory, but you did contend with some of the best here in NA. I'm not saying they're top 3. You know, they're close up there though. They're definitely in that top 4 category though. As you know, round 1 for the search and destroy going to come through, and it does look like Shredded they're going to be on the attack, and they're taking the aggression in their own hand. But guess what? Solo has a nade in his, and he wins those all day long too. For the price of 1. The snipes come through from Solo, and we're talking about snipes and his shots. Well, we can talk about Solo and his grenade and shots. So just a freaking beast here in round 1. As Xplicit continue with the same energy that they left off in that hard point.
You're absolutely right, and well, that's a big opening round for the side of Xplicit. They're looking to do the same, and Jenna going to open up with first. Oh my goodness! What am I missing over here? Oh my goodness! And Snipes ain't even sniping. I'm so confused, man. I'm so confused.
I got it. Snipes is playing on Solo's account. Solo's playing on Snipes' account. It is the only plausible explanation. Okay, there's no other way this happens, right?
Dude, I don't know.
That's not account sharing, right? So that's not illegal. So we'll allow it. I'm obviously look. I'm being very misleading. don't let Dave's lack of confirmation.
Listen, I think what's more likely is they know they're gonna win this, and Solo just wants to snipe.
That's bold and very, very possible.
Yeah, possible is probably the factor here because again, we don't really see solo snipe like really ever.
Maybe he should, because that shot he just hit on Cupcakes, it was just, yeah, it was high A tier, low S tier, possibly.
Well, I guess we'll see, but Lucifer is going to pick off Naz in the back of the alleyway there. It's now a 3 versus 2 in favor of Xplicit. And right now we have bomb in hands. Aslea and Scott is there, but they're playing a long side back over towards A. You can see Slaya is top of the bakery right now. Oh, I didn't see it from Solo's angle, but I saw it from the receiving end, and now Scott is just honestly running scared right now.
I mean, I don't blame him. He's going to run right, into Lucifer, and they got a little good old-fashioned pistol showdown. I don't know the reposition is going to come through, and boxing gloves are coming out, and you know what, Lucifer, you got baited, and I'm okay with that. I was here for the content, and sure enough, you didn't die with a gun in your hand, so you're not going to give it to him, but he's still going to pick one up as one of his homies has fallen in that back alleyway as well too. So bomb's down, it's in no man's land, and I think Solo and Energetic know it because they're kind of lurking in that area. So we'll see on the transition. Solo rounds the corner, gets some heat. The pressure is coming through, and only 3 seconds left. That is not going to be happening. 3 rounds in a row now for Xplicit. I didn't even look at the clock, and then sure enough.
Yeah, that's pretty rough, but Energetic smartly plays the time there. And listen, we've got a Katana out. We've got some prize fighters out. You certainly can't tell me that Xplicit is trying their absolute hardest here. They're having a little bit of fun with it, and it's working. So I feel like that kind of, at least to a degree, explains the tier difference between these two teams. Pretty sure I just saw Solo shoot the lantern in his spawn for unexplainable reasons.
Contact with enemy.
Oh, Veteran! Oh, Veteran! Gonna get beamed by Sins. Now Cupcake was looking for Angenic. Couldn't find it. Solo in the background finds Slaya. That's gonna be the 4-0 lead in favor of Xplicit.
Yep, things just getting out of hand early here. And Shred It just not having a good search or destroy so far. The good thing is they only have one more round on the attack, and their attack strats have been anything but doable here. Oh, Scott, I felt that with every being in my soul. He ADS'd and it was about to just level somebody coming through that mid lane and didn't hit the shoot button. That's super unfortunate, but guess what? Solo comes through and has the Katana out in his hand. Lucifer's going to help his teammates out. It's a 1v2 scenario, and Energetic is not letting up. Does get that last kill, and that is going to be match point now for the side of Xplicit.
He got 2 that round with the Katana.
He almost got
3.
there, though.
Almost 3.
Yeah.
I do think he got saved when he missed the second player. I felt like he should have had it. From my angle, it looked good, but Solo's got the PPSH now. Oh well, Cupcakes gonna find that shot. Bomb is planted. Over in the background, Lucifer gonna find Naz. Slaya taking shots at Veteran, is gonna find one. He does have a player on the hop up. Gonna take down Angenic, who could have just killed him with a gun. Gonna take down Snipes, who could have just killed him with a gun.
Targets in sight.
Lucifer's got a gun, and guess what? He doesn't miss. Slaya now in a 1v1. Bomb has been planted. All he's got to do is play a little bit of time. The shots are going to come in. There are Hayside. And Slaya going to repeat the angle. Slaya going to get taken out, and that is going to be it. Game number 2 going to go in favor. Again, made my predictions. I said I was rolling with Xplicit in this series. It was a bit spicy in the hard point, but it was anything but close in that search. 6-0, and you're
With
telling
trolling.
me that half of Xplicit, or I would say trolling, half of Xplicit was meleeing. Shred it.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Maybe trolling's the wrong word, but certainly not using an optimal loadout. What, can we agree with
Oh,
that?
yeah. We could.
Yo, that's like dropping fields and grabbing a crossbow. Okay.
I mean, to some people, a crossbow is a viable option, and they find it, to be the absolute best choice to, pick up, regardless of what everybody else is using, and I can't be mad at that.
Oh man, definitely a solid set of games coming through for Xplicit. I think this is the series tonight that I think has gone honestly the most expected. And I kind of feel like we can say that cross-regionally. I feel like there was a lot of matches in the EU that just didn't necessarily go the way we thought they were going to go today. So, I don't know, maybe it's just
bad, confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, definitely feels bad for Omni, definitely feels bad for Devious, and feels bad for Shreddit here as they get 2-0'd by Xplicit, 6-0'd in the Search and Destroy. Lucifer coming through with 12, Solo with 7, and Genic with 5, Vet with 3, Snipes coming through with 2. Look over at the opposition. You've got top frag of 4 for Slaya and Scott, 3 for Sins, 2 for Cupcakes, and Naz dropping a lonely donut here.
Well, Naz, you had a great hardpoint game. That's, at the end of the day, you could say, you held your own there, but a donut, he didn't even get any score. Was he AFK the whole game? How do you go? I understand a donut, but not a single point. Has anybody ever done that in the history of competitive? Snipes almost did. He had 200 points.
But
he had 2 kills. Yeah. If he didn't have those 2 kills, would he have also dropped, 0? I don't know, dude. I've seen donuts before, but I've never seen donuts with no score.
That's
question mark?
Definitely quite possible. Obviously, we've got no assist for Naz. We've got no plant, no defuse. So, big ol' 0 is a little bit unfortunate, but hey, maybe next time. We are going to take a short break here, guys, as we get geared up for our next match. We do have a short word from COD Mobile. We will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're gearing up for our final match of the night, which is going to be Eleventy versus Team Revenge. So, this is another one where I don't really know entirely what to expect here. We've seen, obviously, Revenge last year have some pretty decent performances in your Masters and Stage 4. They made a solid run and ultimately did fall, but we have a little bit of a roster toss-up here, and, well, we'll have to see if it's for the better or for the worse, because Eleventy is one of those really solid teams in the mix. Verdict.
No, yeah, you know, we saw them kind of hiccup and overall address their search and destroy issues from Eleventy, but I still don't feel as though they've overcome those adversities. Right now, they're kind of struggling in that department. And when you're not able to win game ones, you know, securely, it makes me, you got to find the root of the issue. You got to figure it out. I know you lost one of the best snipers in the LATAM community to your rival Zai, but there's got to be some kind of like workaround. You got to be able to either fix your hardpoint games or find a replacement for, you know, such a player, or change the way you play altogether. Because I get so frustrated when I watch Eleventy, you know, go into that game 2 and just, you know, at some points be a little clueless. Granted, they had a great performance on Tuesday. I think I got shout out, or I got called out in chat for being a Cygnus fan, because I made a comment about Eleventy actually looking solid on search. And, you know, that guy ended up getting banned. So if he's still in well, he won't be in chat tonight because he was obviously a Cygnus fan. But if we do encounter this guy again, I'm sure he's going to give me another earful.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we do have our best of 3 available. We're going to be looking at firing range hardpoint to start things off. Moving on to game 2, we'll be looking at a raid search and destroy. And for game 3, we'd be looking at a takeoff domination with map bans on the crossfire hardpoint for Eleventy and search and destroy standoff for the side of Revenge.
Here we go. Well, we're right into the action. Game number 1 has to be a solid one here for Eleventy because, again, we don't know what kind of talent this Revenge squad has. And you know, you take a L here, you risk yourself not buying yourself a game 3. We'll just see how it pans out. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. First trades are going to come through. Yago actually gets first blood. Skill's going to pick up some kills. Back and forth. But P1 again going to be dominated here by Eleventy. They got the good side of the spawns to start things off with. They're going to rack up a majority of the points to go along with it. So it's all about you know, that balance. You get your foot on the point. You don't overextend. You maintain the backside of the spawns, and so far Eleventy's done just that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and they are winning just all of their gunfights right now. The feed is all red. As we look, we've got 2 for Yago, 1 for Skill, and 1 for Juice. Meanwhile, you got Yuhi and Palone both on a 5 right now. 3 for Pepe, 2 for Wero, 2 for Raven. Make it 3 for Raven. He's going to drop. Oh my goodness, the feed is just all Eleventy all the time. If they don't do something to stop Palone or Yuhi here, we could be starting to, according to Blur, dude, yeah, according to Blur, we could be getting ready to hit some nuke numbers here. Raven gonna find another. Yuhi up at 8 right now.
Palone does get taken down there, so a little bit of Blur luck. Sure enough, he's gonna bite the bitter end of the death stick for the first time around. Yuhi's still sitting on a fat 8. Looking like he's going to be playing his life here in trailer. Not going to be anywhere near the objective, but this actually might not favor him. He's going to get an encounter here by multiples, and sure enough, Day, put it in chat. Caster Curse, get him, boys. I cannot stand it. I need to see Yuhi pop off, and my guy Day just slinging strays and catches both of them dead.
Oh, man. Verdict actually wants to see my downfall right now, and he might. Chat might get me for that one. That was rough. I feel pretty bad for Yuhi and Palone there.
Though, so I might need a ban myself. That's
Yikes! Verdict at the spoil. Oh my goodness.
Look, I completely forgot. You know, I'm in a league of my own right now, and you know, with that being said, I'm seeing a complete retake there. Of course, only 15 seconds are going to come through, and trailer spawn setups are going to come through for the side of Eleventy. So, you know, the Revenge might be making their debut here, but it is anything but vengeful. Is quite griefful, and you know, it's looking anything but getting better as we see trailer open up. First 15 seconds go uncontested. The cluster strike pushes or holds off the push from the backside of trailer, and you know, even if you're pushing in 2x2, there's no way you're gonna outgun these three, and they're gonna maintain it. Juice does find one Pepe drops, and we still got 2 on the objective here for Eleventy, and I'm thinking maybe a quick listen in with Eleventy. Hear those comms. We may not understand them, but I'm sure these fans will love it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in with Eleventy.
Ten.
Tres madera, güey. Arriba madera.
Uno camo.
Ojo madera.
Barril, pelo.
Como otro camo. Ah, la verga, güey, me asustó. Uno jungla, una bala.
Muerto.
Jungla, sí, güey.
Muerto. No, bajo madera, arco.
Madera, jungla 1.
Dos metal.
Muerto jungla.
Sandbags de medio tocado.
Medio, güey.
Jungla. Dude, fuck.
Hay uno trailer, Otro trailer. Uno arriba madera. Estoy flashado en trailer. Ocupo yo en trailer.
Abajo madera, güey.
Gracias.
All right, well, some quiet and collected comms there for the side of Eleventy. Have to see if we can have a comeback start to come through for Revenge, or if Eleventy are just going to be a dominant and uncontested force here. Got Wiru up at 20, and Verdict, you know what that means coming into the Search and Destroy. We expect Wiru to be putting up the numbers as he's leading the lobby right now.
Yeah, he's gonna need to, because again, this may be a Revenge team that's getting owned in the hard point, but the Search and Destroy game has been anything but solid from Eleventy recently. You need to find something to support a player like Wedo, because I mean, dude could drop 10, 15, 20 kills in a game, and it's not going to make a difference if you're not sound and focused on that objective in Search. So, you know, they might be getting I wouldn't say a freebie. This is, you know, obviously a team who's making their debut in Mobile Mayhem's winter season. But off the rip, they're just getting absolutely reaped to the highest capacity. I even watched Pallone while we were in comm listen-ins, and I put it in Discord because I was just like shaking my head. Pallone was in trailer. He was prone behind the little table that's knocked over. Drops the Predator in trailer. Nearly kills himself, but does not even get seen by anybody there. I don't know how that happens in this tier of competition, but sure enough, it did. And I was just like, if you could see my cam, I was shaking my head the entire time.
Yeah, dude, I was right on board with you there. I saw him literally as he ducked down, 2 people pushed into the trailer. I think he got one with his pred, and one of his teammates called in a pred that grabbed the second one. So how he lived, how they didn't just kill him, I don't know, but he did. He did, and let me tell you, what is alive right now is the Eleventy scoreboard. My goodness, 227 to 45 right now, Verdict. And we're getting ready for a trailer in which Eleventy is already in here. We got airstrikes coming in. We do have Pallone, who has his grab vortex if they decide they need it. There it comes out there. Yep.
I was spectating Wedo, dude. He was on a burner. He was super close to getting that nuke. He had 4 kills deep. and you know, super. I'm done with the trolling. We're getting geared up here. This is looking like it's over here. Revenge making their debut here to Hardpoint, and this is just absolutely gruesome. 250 to 45. You know what? You got to start somewhere, and they took a licking. We'll see if they can, you know, transition here in this search and destroy and make things interesting.
Well, I think, to be fair, one thing to make note of is that Revenge was just asked to today to play. They just finalized a roster for today. So I'm unsure how long this team has been playing together. That could absolutely be a factor.
Yeah, that's a factor, but man, they got thrown in the blender. I completely respect them for stepping in. This was just a dogfight. I'm glad that, you know, we're getting a second game here, but bro, I hope this team can come together and, you know, make something happen, because again, I love the great Ufer when he was with Shredded. Oh my God, bro was like slaying out. Obviously, I don't know how long this team has been put together. I know we're saying that they submitted rosters or finalizing rosters, but how long has this team actually been playing together is my question.
Yeah, that's a big question that maybe we'll get from Revenge themselves at some point. Maybe I'll pop into their team chat after the stream and have that information for you guys a little bit later. But just hard to say. That was absolute ownage coming through from the side of Eleventy. You know, we had 3 players on nuke streaks according to Blur. So, man, if Blur doesn't hate us, listen,
almost 4. No,
listen, if Blur doesn't hate us by the end of this season, I don't know, man.
Blur is digging it, bro. He's absolutely laughing his butt off if he heard this, but you know, it's neither here nor there. And right now we're getting geared up for game 2. What you get is going to be that search and destroy on raid. I don't know if you got the graphics up, but if you could toss it up for everyone who needs a visual.
I can do that.
Raid, one of my favorite maps to play search on. And I think this is where Eleventy actually beat Cygnus on Tuesday. Is that right? Did Cygnus win that series or no? I think they did. They had to, because they got 35 points.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, I can do math a little bit. I'm not as slow as I.
Yeah, it was a 2-1, and I believe it was around 10 or 11 win for Eleventy. It was very, very close. I want to say it was round 11, but I could be wrong there. Either way, it was a great matchup between those two. We always love seeing the NA versus LATAM rivalry, but there's just something different about when you actually get LATAM versus LATAM. Because let me tell you, when it's LATAM in chat versus NA, everybody is a Cygnus fan from LATAM, or everybody is an Eleventy fan from LATAM, right? When they are together, that is absolutely not the case. They will cheer for their favorite, and you can absolutely see the divide in their community among who's actually the favorite. That kind of pride of LATAM kind of vibe. So we'll see as we are getting ready to get into the next game here. As Verdict mentioned, and obviously as you guys can see on screen, we do have that raid search and destroy coming up. And, you know, again, we saw Pellone sniping a little bit last week. Certainly was not a Zai standard talent. But as a player who's making that leap for the team when they need it, you got to give him credit for what he was able to accomplish, and maybe we'll see a little bit more of that life come today. Maybe we'll see a little bit more of that practice pay out here and throughout the rest of the season as well.
All right, well, here is the moment of truth. Revenge making their debut here to search and destroy. We saw the hard point. It was a bit frustrating if you're a revenge fan. And nonetheless, here they're going to be on the attacking side to start things off. We're going to see a 3-2 split from Eleventy. 2 players rocking the A side, 3 directly on this B. They're going to need all 3. Wedo activating Demon Time. You said it earlier. He's got a sniper in his hand, too. It looks like he wants to have a little fun with it. And does find 2. Make it 3. Oh, that's Yuhi. My bad. I thought that was Wedo. I swear to God, I fingered it. And I'm not even on mobile, so that's Yuhi just popping off with a sniper.
I was about to say, I'm literally spectating Wero on the stream. He's got a Type 25 in his hand, and you're like, Wero's got a sniper of his own, and he's popping off.
You know what? I'll take that. That's an L for verdict.
Listen, it ain't no big deal. It happens, man. But we're 1 round in. Eleventy, they have the lead. As you mentioned, Yuhi finding a couple kills there. 2 on board for him, 3 for Pepe. 1 for Wero, was looking for another but couldn't quite find the shots to connect on to Sky mid. We do have Pepe pushing up. Does have players mid as well as 1 right in the connector here that he might end up picking off. There is 2. It's Juice and Sky, but they separate, and Sky gonna get dropped now. Raven pushing through on mid stairs, wasn't quite able to find it. Switched to him a little bit late there, and he is gonna get dropped. You still have Pallone playing the head glitch for the team. Pepe coming through with kill number 5, taking down the Great Oofer. I don't know if he knows that was bombed down. Oh, surely he knows now. Certainly that giant red flash in the middle of your screen was confirming bomb down. So now a 2 versus 4. That was a heck of an angle to be looking at, Yago. At least Juice was there for the refrag, but in a 1v3 against a powerful Eleventy lineup, and they know they have bomb down. I don't see it happening, man. Almost gets bodied there.
I mean, there's only 37 seconds on the clock. The push comes through. It's going to be Yuhi getting credit for the kill, and a 2-0 now for Eleventy, who again struggling here recently in the search or destroy, finding a bit of life in a team who recently was added to the Mobile Mayhem season. Winter is we're looking at an interesting one. I am absolutely digging Yuhi sniping right now. I don't know if anybody else can vibe with that, but I was looking at the first round. Of course, I spectated him and not Wedo. I thought I fat-fingered over to Wedo, and I was like, there's no way in hell Wedo was sniping, and sure enough, he wasn't. It was
dude, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, though.
Yeah, I'm on board with it. You know, maybe later on, you know, possibility of seeing Wedo snipe at some point. Who knows? We'll see. Oh, Yuhi!
I just missed it, dude. I just missed it.
Oh boy, dropping the ball.
I'm selling hard today, man. I'm selling so hard.
We've both done our fair share of selling tonight, and you know who's not selling? Yuhi with that sniper. The DLQ, just an absolute beaut.
You know what'd be fun that we should do? We should do like an exhibition all sniper Bubble Mayhem day. I feel like that'd be fun.
I don't have to play in that, do I?
Oh no, we'll get the pros to play. We want it to.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
we want it to be clip central. Yeah.
We don't want it to be verdict fat fingering and not hitting his shot button like Scott did last series. I'm not calling Scott out. Scott's the homie. You know, he'll respect it. I know he knows what I felt. I felt what he felt. You know, it's a mutual respect here, and a little bit more of a doable round.
Oh my goodness,
why are you such a demon, bro? Why are you gotta be sweaty?
Well, he does fall there to Sky, who's going to be able to pick up the bomb. It's now a 1 versus 1. Yuhi has to know where he's at, right? Wero obviously would have had the call out there. Was maybe seeing the rotation mid, but turns around, sees Sky in the back here. Renetti out, finds 1. Bro, look, Devil, take notes. Take notes, my dude. 2 bursts with the Renetti, taking him down. That's going to be a 4-0 lead for Revenge.
That is a difference between someone who is confident in their shots and someone who is just spraying like hell to get a kill. You know, it was a desperate time, desperate measure. Yuhi, very confident. Yuhi, 2 bursts, 1 kill. It's simple as that. Shot's going to come rain again. Yuhi is on a nuke spree, 100%. He's 6-0 right now, has not died. He is going to be taking some bullets, though, and, you know, as I say that the Great Oofer gets taken down, Sky gets a Venge frag, and right now we're looking at a 2-for-2 trade, which leaves 3 alive for each team. Now, the push through kitchen might be a little questionable, but I am digging the vibe. Skill gets absolutely bodied. Wedo finds 2. The last one, then Jungle. Now we're going to have a 1-3 scenario. Yago, no chance. No dice. Pallone edges him out. Now we got a 5-0-6 or series point here. Potential if, you know, the side of 11 he can clear things out here. And again, I can't say that this team looks better on Search and Destroy, seeing as their competition is Team Revenge, who is making their, you know, entrance into Mobile Mayhem today, a team who just finalized their roster. But, you know, they're coming in, they're handling business, and I'm loving the energy from Eleventy.
Yeah, and I do believe I saw either one of their players or their manager or coach in chat earlier saying they had man, that round was over before it began. Oh my goodness. Yeah, someone from Revenge earlier in chat did say they finalized their roster today. We knew that, but I didn't know how long or how much bulk of the roster had been playing together. And for how long. You know, I don't know if you guys had 4 players and just picked up the 5th today or what the matter was. So that's kind of the information I'm looking for. So hopefully you'll be able to come through and let us know that. But I mean, this was a very, very decisive win for Eleventy. And, you know, again, I really hope Revenge is able to get things together. They're coming in a really... They got put in a weird position, right? They were just asked today if they wanted to compete in Mobile Mayhem, and they were able to pull a roster together. And look, huge, huge shout out to Revenge for coming in clutch. We did obviously have Devious drop out of the league. So that's rough, but it just is what it is. And
Tournament series.
Yeah, we may see a return of Devious at some point. We do have multiple of their players, I believe, on different rosters now, which is, you know, nice to see them still sticking in the scene. I just, look, I gotta say, I like all the guys over at Devious. Look, they're chill, they're funny. Okay, that's all fine and dandy, but I hope since a couple of you guys are playing on other teams, don't drag them into the madness. Don't, if you're gonna take it seriously, take it seriously.
You know, serious or not, here we are. This is the end of the day. 6-0 win for Eleventy. They get those smooth 2-0 points, and you know, this is certainly going to shake things up in the standings. As you know, we'll get to that point because, bro, it is just ridiculous the amount of you know, teams that are sitting at the same points wise. As I just got a quick peek at it, Jesus Christ. Looking at the stats though, post Mayhem report 9 kills from Wedo. Day hyped him up from the hard point, and sure enough, here he was to deliver. So wasn't able to pick up you know, more than double digits because, you know, when your team is also feeding on the same, yeah, it kind of makes it difficult for you to get up there, and it didn't go past that 6th round. So here we are. And last game of the night, certainly, you know, something to, you know, watch and develop as this Team Revenge certainly shows some promise. I definitely got to say the Great Oofer is one of my faves from back in the day. Juice is solid, skill solid, but you know, when you're tossed into the mix, you're literally tossed into the blender of a matchup here as Eleventy have shown a lot of potential as well. Surely they have played a lot longer together, so certainly looking and having high hopes for this Team Revenge in the long run.
Yeah, we'll see in time, but that is going to be the end of our broadcast for tonight. Going to go ahead and throw up today's results for you guys, for anybody who maybe joined us late. We started things off with Yo Mama versus Seminal, and listen, if we're going to be honest, a absolute miracle struck Yo Mama in the search and destroy. Marshy's phone disconnected, or froze, or shut down, or whatever the case may have been. And he dropped out of the match. And Seminal were ahead in that search and destroy. What, 3-0, 4-0? And Yo Mama was able to make a comeback in I think it was 3-0. Yeah, it was 3-0. But Yo Mama was able to make the comeback in a very close 11 rounds of search and destroy. I mean, despite Seminal being down a player, that was still a very, very close matchup. We went into the domination, and it was an incredibly scrappy dom the whole time. If you guys didn't watch it, go back and check it out, because that series was, again, kind of on the back of a miracle, but it was solid. Looking at our next matchup, we did have Rain versus Midnight Gaming. Midnight Gaming did come through with a big comeback in the hard point for game 1. That's what netted them one of the maps, but Rain was just a little too strong in the search, even though they honestly probably should have lost with the way they played the second half of that search, but they were able to lock up the final round and then came through with a dominant search and destroy. Xplicit came through, 2-0'd Shred It, Gotta say, the hard point was pretty solid. The 6-0 Search and Destroy was very convincing on Xplicit's side. And then we popped in with Eleventy and Revenge. And obviously, if you guys are here right now, you guys saw that series. And you know that it was, unfortunately for Revenge, not even close. Eleventy came in and absolutely ran the shop. And that resulted in the 2-0 victory. I do believe we have a updated standings page. Let's look. It looks like it. Yes, we do. Okay. Fantastic. So, tied for first place. Verdict. We have a 4-way tie right now.
I'm about to say that's a very interesting spread. 3 days into the tournament series, and we are all tied up across board. As a matter of fact, it's 35, 35, 35, 35 for Yo Mama. Goofy Goobers, Zygnus, and Xplicit. Now, it gets a little bit dicey coming down to the 5th and 6th place spot, who also have 30 points. 30 points for Seminal, 30 points for Eleventy. And then, you got Midnight Gaming, who's sitting at a smooth 25 points, too. So that's an interesting team because I like this Midnight Gaming roster. And granted, they didn't win their series tonight. I still think very highly of that team. And to see them right there neck and neck, if they had maybe won, that series, they would probably be right there with. Hold up, they would have had 40 points, wouldn't they have?
Yes.
If they had won their series, they would have been first place in Mobile Mayhem.
Yep.
Come on, Midnight Gaming, bro. I'm heartbroken right now.
Granted, we are on day 3. Right. Granted, we are on day 3.
Just look. I'm just reading the script, okay?
Just reading the script that Bobby wrote, guys. But definitely been an exciting couple days. I think obviously going into next week, we'll probably have a little bit more diversity along the standings. Like it's actually crazy that NA is as close as it is right now in the standings. So, looking at Tuesday's matchups. Which will be on January 25th. We do have, honestly, some really good games coming up. We have Eleventy versus Yo Mama, I think is going to be absolutely solid. We do have Goofy Goobers versus Midnight, which I think most people would probably assume we're looking at the likes of Goofy Goobers there. But I think Midnight Gaming does have quite a bit of potential. So we'll have to see what happens there. Obviously, it's hard to argue with Goofy Goobers. Zygnus versus Shreddit. So obviously, we'll have some of that LATAM love there as well. And to round things out, we'll have Rain versus Xplicit. And, oh, man. We got some good games on Thursday. I'm not going to go over those ones. Those are a little far out. But, yeah, next game is definitely going to be a solid one. King Drew, I'll definitely check with on Discord and see what's going on, and maybe we can get one of you guys on the spawn as well. But we'll talk. We'll talk. We'll see what's going on. That does round things out for us today. Thank you so much for being here, Verdict. Thank you so much to the admin team who do so much work in the background and just do not get enough credit for what they do. Of course, a big shout out to all of the content creators that came through with the raids. And the biggest shout out has to go to the viewers, because you guys coming through and showing up is exactly why we're able to put on this event and have a prize pool, right? Like that's one of the biggest things when it comes to the sponsors. So, a big shout out to all you guys. We appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and listen to a word from COD Mobile, and we're going to roll on out with a raid. So thank you everybody for coming by, and we'll see you guys next time.